we got all the chatties out of the way. We're ready to play. Try to jump back into it. I'll say right now, I expect us to be chatty. I'm going to be chatty. We haven't played in over 3 weeks, and things are going to be a little weird because we haven't played in over 3 weeks. But if you'll bear with me, this is a longer recap because we haven't played in so long. So it's going to dive into little important details from past few sessions, and then bring you guys back up to speed to where you are right now, which I know Blake knows at least because he has been thinking about it a lot.
So have I. I mean, I've been talking.
Oh,
not
has he?
A lot, but a decent amount. Yeah.
Yeah, you've been. Okay.
Okay. At this point, everyone knows what my plan is.
Yeah, I think
everyone has individually messaged me. It's like, oh, I have some ideas, and I've gone, me too. And then we've just discussed ideas.
That's fantastic. That makes me happy. All right. Let's jump into it. Let's get started with this rather long recap, so bear with. Last we left off with the Bronze Fuckwits. They had... I'm sorry.
It was a different game.
A different game. Sorry, Bronze Toads. That was the non-canon. They had recently cast Power Word Truth, learning several things about the Queen. They allowed Six some time to recover and practiced a few new tricks, and they made several sales, trades, and purchases with a couple new vendors in the Pretian caravan. Then, as the caravan was packing up, they received 2 messages via one of Colonel Willow's Beast Riders. One of the messages was for Doran, a response from C. The other was a call for the Bronze Toads to meet Willows at the Pretian outpost as soon as they could prepare for an incoming Pretian force, which Willows did not order. He suspected this was bad news and had arranged for a meeting with the commanding officer of the force. He wanted the Bronze Toads, or a representative of the Cloaked Rangers, there with him. The party made their way to him with haste, a looming dark cloud in the east holding their attention as they walked. They walked until they reached main gates, and it was there that a slight rumble, a very brief but distinct wind, stopped Doran and Alistair in their tracks. They shared a knowing look, and eventually the party's attention landed once again on that dark cloud, which was now surrounded by a ring of dispersed clouds, and was barreling toward Direwood with alarming speed. The party sprung into action, using sheer will along with some spells to cut their journey time in half, arriving not in the aftermath, as I had planned, but the midst of Colonel Willow's meeting with the commanding officer of that incoming Pretian force, which had just arrived on that dark cloud, which had turned out to be an absolutely massive airship, one which matched almost exactly a tattoo that had appeared on Six's back just that morning. Alistair almost immediately recognized this commanding officer as Silvar Hager, the Shield of Priests, Priest's top military officer. The party quickly made their presence known and joined in on the tail end of the conversation Willows and Hager were having. The party made several introductions of varying levels of tact, but they certainly made an impression. As they solidified this impression, Silvar made his agenda known. He arrested Colonel Willows and had him taken prisoner aboard the Giant's airship. As Willows was being whisked away, he slipped Bess a note he had hastily written under the table at which the conversation had been held. The party allowed Willows to be taken, finished speaking with Silvar, implying a working relationship in the future, and allowed him to take his leave as well. As soon as he was gone, the party sprang into action, concocting a plan to rescue Willows. It turned out the hastily written note was actually a secret order for the Beast Riders, formerly under Willow's command. With that note brought to them, the Beast Riders agreed to quietly carry the party up to the airship in the dark and early morning. What the party did from there was their decision alone. The party took a breather, secured a few health potions, and made their way aboard the ship, 200 feet in the air. The ship, by the way, is called the Dauntless, and that is proudly displayed in large black lettering on the side of the ship. You guys certainly would have seen it. I just forgot to mention that last time, so thought I'd mention it now. You would know the ship is called the Dauntless. Regardless, landing, the party began investigating the top deck of the ship invisibly, carefully checking every door, tying some together to buy time, and choking a sleeping guard, possibly to death. Nobody actually checked if he had lived. The party was more concerned with a trap door they had discovered in the middle of a hallway, which appeared to lead to the next deck down. Eventually, they pried the trapdoor open, made their way down, and began investigating what appeared to be some sort of planning room. Six secured a map of Direwood with several large red X's over important locations, and the party pressed on toward where Bess's locate object spell had pinged Colonel Willow's chest plate. When Alistair slammed his invisible funny bone into a doorknob, the door leading into the room they sought entry into opened, and the person who peered out was none other than a half-naked Silvar Haggard. Those no longer invisible hid, while those who were still invisible stood as still as they could, coming within inches of Silvar's hulking form. Best managed
Hulking sexy form.
Hulking sexy. Well, I wouldn't. Anyway,
I would.
Okay. Best managed to find Willow's actual location via arcane means, and the party continued descending lower in the belly of the proverbial beast, where they discovered what appeared to be a mess hall of some sort, which was currently occupied or is currently occupied by at least 4 guards. And this is where we will pick back up. The party is clustered around a stairwell leading down into this mess hall, which Doran dared a peek into. There are at least 4 guards between the party and Willow's based on Bess's arcane finding. And from your current position, you'd all have to cross through the mess hall to reach Willow's supposed location. Before I ask what your next move is, I need everybody to roll a d6, please.
I can do that for you.
And it'll bring us over to that map.
Gassy boy.
Mm.
Where the fuck are we on this map?
All right, I got 5, 6, 2, 4. Okay.
There we are.
Okay.
Okay, we're all
okay. You are all re-invisibled. That is correct.
Yeah.
And you guys were kind of clustered on this stairwell to varying. Yeah, so it'd be like that sort of. Doran was peeking down, Alistair right behind, Bess and 6 a little further back. With those rolls.
I'm 6.
You are 6.
Can you put a mark on the map of where my spell told us Willow's is?
Yes, that I can do.
Like, you don't have to expose it, but could you just, like, put something there or ping it for me?
Yeah, I mean, I can ping it for
I'll
sure.
be
I just
right
want to
back.
see.
My washer's having a fucking seizure.
Oh, okay. Give me, and then that
Call
gives
it
me a
Holden.
moment. Jesus Christ. That gives me a moment to. Let's see. Can I? So if I draw
that
like
Beat Saber
this.
game has all these seizure warnings, and he plays it all the time at home alone.
No, you guys can't see that. You guys can't see that. Okay, I'll have to. Is it okay if I just ping it?
Yeah.
Yeah, go right ahead.
Cool. Because I was trying to like give you a more permanent mark because you have the spell up, but with the darkness I cannot do that. So I'll just ping it a few times for you here.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Thank you.
So, with those d6 rolls, and Isaac returning.
Isaac returns.
Sir
Hello,
Isaac
Jelly
returns from the washer.
Fuck dick.
With those d6 rolls,
Okay, there. Sorry.
one of the Doran, you were kind of vaguely hearing the guards speak. There was just chatter, laughter. It seems these guys are probably part of the night guard or something, and they're just chilling. One of them, you hear something of a good night, and you notice one starts to make his way toward the stairwell where you guys currently are standing. And it looks like he's about to go up. What are you guys gonna do?
I kind of usher everyone like.
I mean, you're all invisible, so.
I push people in the mental thing, that the chain we've been doing with Alistair. Someone's coming.
Okay.
Back up. Hide.
Can you guys show me where you move then on the map?
Where's the stairwell? Up here? Right up here?
Yep. It
6.
looks like he's coming up it.
Wait, I want to be with the people. I would go back here.
6 tries to like balance on top of this table,
Okay.
being extraordinarily dexterous.
I don't look at you because I don't know what your dumbass is doing.
Being extremely dexterous, you mean you're like kind of doing like a one-legged pose? Like what's going on here?
No, I just being very quiet and whatnot. I hop up and I kind of keep my balance.
Oh, you're just keeping
One
your
hand
balance
on
on
the
top.
wall. Keeping the balance, yes.
Okay, yeah, your dexterity is high enough. This is not an issue for you.
Excellent.
All right, what's his pad? 12. Okay. He makes his way up. You guys hear him come up the slightly creaky stairs. And when he reaches the top, you don't hear anything for a moment. You hear a rustling of something, some jingling, some metal on metal, probably keys. And then click, and this door opens. He walks through. He stretches his arms up, cracks his neck both ways. Looks over at the table with no map on it. Squints for a moment. Okay. Shrugs. Walks on his way. Begins to make his way over to... not the wall. Make his way over to... not the wall. Begins to make his way over to...
Not the wall.
Make his way over to the ladder. Begins climbing up with a... And then he reaches the top, where the busted trapdoor is. You don't hear anything.
6 is
I
going
kinda...
to
You go.
attempt to quietly make his way this way
Sure.
and this way. And then this way
Sure.
to where... Oh, wait. Here's the ladder. Looking up, do I see him looking perplexed or anything like that?
He's reached the top, and it looks like he's grabbing it and like, because you guys basically completely unhinged one of the two hinges on it, and then just shifted it, broke it off, and moved it. So he's looking at it. He's kind of lifting it up on one side and It looks like he's trying to figure out what the fuck is going on. He looks very perplexed, not alarmed, but very perplexed and suspicious. So I'll just reveal up here, because you can see him. If you look above on the next level, you can see him up there at the trap door. He's kind of
waiting for kind of his next move or vocalization. Either of those two things.
Okay.
I'd like to mentally connect and go. I can Giaz him into silence.
But if he talks to the other guards, that might get them out of our way.
Was this door loud opening?
Which one?
This one.
Not particularly, no.
I'm gonna slowly open it.
Sure can.
And I'm just gonna... In my head, go... I have a plan that I've mentioned to you guys. Let's just go ahead and expedite the process. Because this is probably not the location to kill a guard or knock him unconscious. Let's just move and fuck off.
6, as Dorn is suggesting this, you hear and see the guard. And you see him kind of get up. And he kind of just like with one foot kind of kicks the trapdoor kind of back into place, mostly. And so it's hard to see what he does next. But you see him kind of moving with his arms. Looks like he's reaching for something, grabbing something. And then he walks north.
He's about to find those ropes.
He can't get into the rope. Okay, Holden, even though it doesn't make sense, right?
Yep, I'm just saying it happened.
Okay, so he's going north. North is going to be towards the door of the unconscious guy, right?
To your memory.
Okay, that's the door of the unconscious guy. Let's go now. Fuck off. Run. Not run. Very quickly. Let's head down the stairs. Just move stealthily and hopefully no one notices us.
All right, let's go.
Okay.
Going.
You all quickly start to make your way down the stairs, moving as quietly as you can down these mildly creaky stairs. As you do, 6, as you're kind of leaving for the trapdoor, like, okay, fuck it, we're going. You just hear like a very soft, a very quiet. I don't know if you could hear that actually. Come to think of it, a knocking.
I could not.
Okay, there's a very soft, like a muffled knocking, and you hear some muffled. What's going on? And then you quickly make your way back, make your way to the rest of the party, make your way down. So you guys, can I get a stealth check from all of you?
Yes, you certainly can.
Actually, it would be more like this because.
Oh, thanks fucking God.
17, okay. 8.
Alistair, you son of a bitch.
You do get advantage because you're all invisible.
Dude, I don't know what's wrong. I'm good at killing
You're
people.
good.
Not good at being
Yeah,
sneaky.
you do all have advantage from invisibility.
Holden, would
Yes.
you say we've had time to like discuss the plans that we've had over the last 3 weeks?
I
I don't remember the plan.
Well, no. Here's the thing.
Best yells out loud. Everybody's like, huh?
Yeah, everyone's the guard's like, huh? What plan? No. You guys had.
I want part
You
of the
knew
plan.
what you were going to do. You knew where the ship was, and you had a pseudo long rest. You took a long rest before you went up. You had plenty of time to discuss then if Doran had any bright ideas. So yes, what you guys have discussed out of game, totally fine in game.
Okay, so I will quick then. I don't know who remembers my
Yeah, you can bring
pseudo
him up to
idea.
speed.
My idea is simple, as far as simple goes for this. We have a bomb, a pretty hefty bomb. We are going to somehow, either through arcane means or bullshit brute force, get Light out of his cage. Alistair will set up his magnificent mansion. I will arcane eye so I can see outside of it. We will go in and set off the bomb. They will think we are all gone because the mansion makes us invisible. They will land the ship and we will fuck off once the ship is landed. I don't know how we're getting there or how to get him out yet. I just know what we do once we get that far. Is that agreeable with the group? I'll take that cough as a yes. Mr. Isaac?
Alistair?
Sorry, my dad was here.
Oh,
So
there
I
we
muted
go.
myself and forgot to unmute. My bad.
Is that
No worries.
agreeable?
Yeah, I said yeah, and then I
Alright.
realized I was muted. So
Okay.
Okay. So let me look at. So with advantage, we got 17, 14, 20, and a 23. As far as you guys are aware, you are moving quietly enough. You don't seem to be drawing any attention. So as you make your way down the stairs here into this open sort of mess hall, is what it appears to be. I'll reveal more of it to you now. There's several things you notice. There we are. Firstly, there are two massive kegs, or barrels of some sort, with spigots on them. There are several tables, and one of them, the three individuals are sitting. One that looks like an archer, probably. One like a guardsman with a spear and shield. One that appears to be dressed more finely. No obvious position or job. However, the other thing that strikes you in this room, there is also a wall up ahead that kind of cordons off the room a little bit, and a hallway directly ahead of you. But also, there are 4 trap doors, 2 on either end of the ship from where you are now.
Best does Best spell us a lot?
I believe it was less than an hour. Yeah.
Yes.
Then absolutely.
So we're on the same level as him. He's not below or above us.
That much you know. Yes.
Okay. Another question. Would the act of stabbing or putting a hole in one of the kegs be an attack? Or would it be like working on something?
Mechanically, I'm going to say... well, here's the thing. Mechanically, no. But, like, I feel like rules as intended. If you're stabbing someone, that's an attack. You stab a barrel... Wait, can you guys remind me? Did your invisibilities didn't go away when you broke the trap door, right?
No.
Then I will stay consistent. No, your invisibility would remain. Oh, and also since you're here, you can also see, if you'll excuse me, up ahead of you, another trap door and a stairway that goes up.
I will.
Just real quick question before we pop a hole in this thing. Can you tell me what about the base? Like, what's it sitting on?
The base of
this massive barrel. Like, how is it?
The barrels. It appears that they are like locked in to the ground with some sort of metal riveting and on some sort of platforms. And it's just a wooden ship. Otherwise.
Okay.
So would dropping the bomb or putting it somewhere and lighting it count as an action?
Oh.
Man, this is real tricky.
Thing is, we don't have to light the bomb.
It's true.
The bomb is lit by a command word.
That's right.
That is
Do you
true.
remember? 6. Do you remember what it is?
Uh, it is. Did I write it down?
I have it written down.
That is not a good idea, or something like that.
Yes, that is the trigger word.
Okay. All right.
But thing is, we have to be close enough to set it off. So setting it off here is not a good play. We also want
Sure.
it somewhere that looks like we escaped from.
Yeah. Also,
So-
the
Right.
wording on the spell is the spell ends for a target that attacks or casts a spell. So lighting a bomb, not an attack. Just putting a little hole in a barrel, not an attack, I'd say. So yeah, so
Awesome.
far this is all kosher.
I am going to move quietly and try to get over here.
Okay.
Cross this. Slowly, but I'm moving quietly, but with some speed, but slow enough that I'm not like.
How
I'm
are-
testing the floor.
How are you guys? How are you guys keeping track of each other?
Mentally. Like I'm in my head to Alistair going, all right, I have just left the staircase. Here's where I'm heading.
Okay, I'm just because at some point you guys had all basically linked arms and like gone in a line together with
Yeah, I
Bess
thought
leading.
that's
but
what you were doing.
that lasted like all of 5 seconds. So I don't know if you're doing that again or
No, I'm breaking the chain. Going, I'm gonna check to see if his cage is around here. If not, it's gonna be at the door over here.
Okay. Can you show me your exact pathing?
Here,
Okay.
here, 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 there. At this point, could I see on this side of the wall?
Yeah, a little bit, and that's all I needed to see. You could see a little bit. I'll give you. I'm trying to. Here, let me do this. Just gonna draw a line. Oh, just barely. Yes. Okay. Okay. I'll give you this much. What you can see beyond is what appears to be a door guarded by a rather well-armored individual wielding a large halberd or some sort of pole arm, as well as, and also just around the corner, you can kind of see what appears to be like a really soft, cushy pink chair. But he is guarding a door. I'll make a little more clear here, as such. And you can see you can just see the tip of a second halberd. You can't see if there's another person there, but you can kind of assume.
At that point, I will head back to the group. And okay, they're all facing. Are they talking? Do they seem engrossed in each other?
Relatively enough so that like you guys would hear at this point. They seem to be kind of chatting about willows a little bit. And one of them, seeing the regular spear wielding guard, seems to be a little perplexed as to what's going on, and the other two are just saying, it's above our pay grade. Who cares? We're just here. We're on this. Look at where we are. This is incredible, and just kind of shooting the shit, chatting.
Okay. Then I
So
will.
that is the floors are just like a tad creaky, but like their chatter is more than enough to drown you out.
In my head, I tell them what I see. The two guard. I see at least two guards because I can tell there's a second halberd.
Yeah, you can assume.
I will take another.
Place to put a bomb.
Thing is, we have to get him out before the bomb. Or them out of here, because we have to. Did we discuss what the radius of the bomb full send is?
I think I said it would be the same as a fireball, which is 30?
20.
20.
So is that his bomb or that with my glyph? Because my glyph is 20
with
regular.
your glyph. I would make it 30 between the two of them.
Okay. I'm gonna if I go 5 feet forward, can I see more of this area?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I'm gonna peek more.
You just okay. You peek a little further. Seeing, yep, that is in fact a fluffy pink chair. What appears to be a second one. Peeking a little further in. You do in fact spot the second guard. And there's a door behind them that they appear to be guarding.
Where do we know that Willows is?
Bess could tell you that he is over there. It's hard. Bess could tell you that from her current position, he is southeast. Yeah, mostly east, a little south.
I'll start following Doran.
I will. I would tell him in my head to come follow.
Okay. Actually, Clara, before you move can you move your token back, because I need to see everybody's exact pathing from that point.
Well, which way did Doran go? Would I remember?
You're invisible, man.
In my head, I would have said down from the trapdoor, one over, hug the wall.
One over.
Okay, down from the trap, stay underneath the trapdoors, and then hug the wall as you come over. If that makes sense, that's how I would have had them follow me.
Okay. Presuming everybody follows it.
I'm sorry, I don't know what I'm doing here. Am I on?
Oh, you were on.
I was on top of Alistair.
You guys can't see the two of them invisibly fucking behind you.
Whoa, hey. I wouldn't do 6 like that.
I'd do 6. Anyway.
I mean, so would I, but not like that.
Okay. Presuming you all kind of follow his instructions and follow his lead. All right, I think. Oh, that's a very wide 6. I think Blake has understood what I'm getting at. Okay, so you guys move forward, and at this point, I need you all to roll a d6 again. We got a 4, a 6. A 5.
Mine's loading.
And a 4. Okay. Carry on.
I will move 10 feet forward, hugging the wall, telling him to do the same.
Okay. You guys all creep forward together. Revealing more here. What appears to be like a little sitting area now. And perhaps... and what appears to be a simple desk with a chair. And at this point, you also see what appears to be a thick metal wall. That blocks a bit more of your vision, but you can see up to here. You can see certainly there's a door with 2 armored guards guarding it.
Again, I ask Bess, where does she think he is?
Where do I think he is?
Via your spell, you can tell he is basically almost directly southeast from where Doran is now.
So from in that metal door, like in there, or in here.
From her current position, hard to say.
Okay, then I will move 10 feet forward again.
She knows you guys are moving in the right direction.
Okay.
You all continue to creep forward, feeling a little more now. I can just go ahead and get rid of any on there. And that metal wall is going to block a lot of... Yeah, at this point you can see another stairwell leading up. And more steel wall. Best as you kind of peer around the corner, and as Doran moves forward just like another 5 feet, as you guys all kind of carefully move forward together, Best, you're pretty certain he's actually behind that steel wall.
I'm pretty certain he's behind that steel wall, you guys.
Is he directly behind it, or is he also behind this wooden wall?
From your let me I want to get the what was the spell again? Was it locate person or locate creature?
Locate creature.
I want to get the exact here. Describe sense of direction. You sense the direction to the creature's location as long as did you know the direction of its movement? Okay. So it's direction based. So you know that he is over here. If you can see my arrow moving around, he is over here. So pretty close to that steel wall.
5 forward and then diagonal. And I will say that, like, go 5 to the left, and then I'm gonna move that path up.
Okay. Nothing. Oh, actually, you do notice. I'll give you another one of those trapdoors.
I've seen the outside of this ship. Am I on the bottom level?
It's gonna be a lower DC, but make an intelligence check.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. It says a 6. Either the bottom or the second to bottom. You've seen it, but You're either at the bottom or close.
Okay, I'm gonna go diagonal and have them follow me. At this point, I trying to make sure they stay as close to me as possible.
Sure. Yep. You can more clearly see the trapdoor now.
I'm gonna try to lean forward and peek and see if I can see the actual metal door.
That you can, and it is more silvered than the wall. You can see it is very shiny. It looks very new.
Nice.
Do I see any keys dangling off these fuckheads?
Make a perception check. I will say they do look rather relaxed. They are both kind of. It doesn't look like it on the square. I can make it a little more evident. They are kind of leaning up against the walls here with their weapons kind of just toward the door. They look like they're kind of chilling. It's late. They're tired. They're bored. With a 9, you don't see any keys. You don't see anything immediately visible like that.
Does it look like there's a keyhole on this door?
If you move around a little more closely,
I'll peek a little bit closer.
you're kind of peeking around closely, moving as quietly. You're getting rather close to these guards now. Make another stealth check for me. But with that close, you will get your answer. A 16. Let me check these guys. What's the modifier for? Oh, never mind. I don't need it. Okay. They don't appear to have. They don't appear to suspect anything. But as you kind of move forward a little bit closer, one of them just kind of seems to perk up a little bit. The one that's closer to you kind of perks up a little. Kind of just shakes his head. Yeah,
Must have been the wind.
Yeah, you hear them talking. He looks over to his buddy. Must have been the wind. There does appear to be a keyhole. But it is unlike any keyhole you've seen before. Rather, you wouldn't even describe it as a keyhole. It just looks like a very thin, oblong, articulate hole with like many branching designs and patterns in it. If it's a keyhole, it is the most articulate and fucking weird keyhole you've ever seen.
Is it large or is it small?
It's about the size of a quarter. I presume the rest of the party has kind of moved up with him.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mentally in our little mental group chat.
Yep.
The fuck is our plan?
Holden,
Yes. Go
would
ahead.
I be able to cast locate object on an object I haven't seen before?
That's a very good question. Let's look at the spell.
Like if you know about it.
There has to be a key for the door. So
Well-
I have knowledge that there's a key,
describe,
which I would love to locate.
describe or name an object that is familiar to you. You sense the direction of the object's location. Here's the thing. With your knowledge of this spell, if you took a minute to... Because, like, I imagine you could be familiar with a specific brand of wine that you know should be in town. You just need to know where to get it. You cast a spell. You don't have to see the actual bottle you're going to buy. You just have to be familiar with that brand and envision the bottle of wine. So what I'm thinking is if you get really close, if you get, like, up close to the door and really investigate the keyhole and try to get a mental image of what the key might look like, you might be able to locate it.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that, but I'm gonna tell the rest of the group to stay behind in case I fuck up.
Okay. So you're going to go right up to the door and start kind of investigating the keyhole.
Very quietly
Okay.
and stealthily.
Yep, so make that stealth
I'm
check.
not even gonna breathe.
Make that stealth check.
I would say, get ready
And
to.
since I'm invisible, I do get that advantage, right?
Yes, you do.
I'd be like, hey, Six, be ready to throw the fucking bomb away from us? There's no place to put the bomb that's safe, but
True.
All right. Let's see. 25. Okay. All right. You don't appear to attract the attention of either of the guards about 10 feet behind you. Not even. You begin to examine the door. And what you see is, you can't actually see, it's not a hole per se, it's more like an indentation. And looking very closely, actually make an investigation check as well. Okay, a 10. It is like a rectangular indentation into this door, and within, you might see like cogs or gears. There's all sorts of bits in there. It's you don't really know, but you're just focusing on the shape. And it almost looks like a very, I mean, this isn't what your character would be thinking, but imagine like a super modern, like 2021, fake tree, like Minecraft tree, right? Where there's like, it's a rectangle, and then there's other rectangle branches sprouting out from it in all kinds of directions and patterns, or almost like a really fucked up spider with a bunch of fucked up legs. You start,
I don't like that.
yeah, you kind of close your eyes, and you try to just, and you look again, and you close your eyes, and you look again. You're trying to do this until you can get like the image in your head of what the end of the key might look like. Because you only got a 10 on the investigation, you will have to roll to see if you can capture the location of this key. So you can cast a spell, and because you took the time and did successfully make it there and look with the stealth check, it will be a lower DC, but you will have to roll an Arcana check to get it.
Okay, let me mark this spell slot before I do anything.
I do not cast a spell because you will lose your invisibility.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
This would be a really bad.
That would be bad.
She casts it. She's
In the
just
middle
there.
of two guards, like, hold on, I'm just trying to find where the key is. It's okay.
Thank you.
You guys
It's
send Bess
okay.
over.
I'm just the wind.
You guys just kind of hear, she does the mental connection. She goes, yes! And then you all see her appear there, kind of like hunched over the door, and the two guards like, ah.
Coffee break.
You're on your own.
Alrighty. So, you're fairly confident you could give it a shot. But you know casting the spell will get rid of your invisibility, so you don't do that. Your Doran's voice just kind of echoes in your head. Don't.
I let them know that. Should I go hide and cast the spell and then tell you where the key is, or what do we do here? After studying the lock, Holden, would I be confident that I could pick it?
You could
You have
certainly
square lockpicking
try, but this is not like any conventional key you've ever seen. You could try, but you know it'd be very difficult. And you can't guarantee it wouldn't end up being loud at some point, or loud enough to draw attention.
Yeah. That's true. Okay, I would back up and ask them if I should hide and cast a spell, or...
My question for you, Holden.
Yes.
If I were to theoretically like create a half sphere with wall of force that covers them, does sound escape that?
Wall of force.
It doesn't say nothing can physically pass through the wall.
You can form it, blah, blah, blah. Nothing can physically pass through the wall. I mean, sound is physical
Like
waves
sound
to an
waves.
extent. Yeah, so science, haha, so no.
So theoretically, I could just and give us 10 minutes.
Theoretically, you could, and then your invisibility would go away.
Everyone's, I lose concentration.
Right, because you cast it. So yes, you could basically do that and give yourselves 10 minutes just up against this wall and door, and hope you can get it open. That is a possibility.
Wait, so it says nothing can get through it?
Correct.
You can breathe.
Nothing can physically get through it.
Yes.
Okay,
but
including light?
I would. Oh, that's a really good question.
If you were to encase someone in a sphere, would it be completely pitch black in there?
If nothing can physically pass through,
Then
that means
no, light
Stuff's
wouldn't.
that's
Well, okay. Here's the thing. We're thinking about this very scientifically. This is magic. So I'm gonna say, if you wanted to let light pass through. Oh God.
Well, I thought we were trying to rescue light.
No, this is Willows.
Oh yeah.
Okay, sound, no. Light,
I think we should just say yes for
It's
the sake
it's
of it would be dumb
invisible.
if it didn't.
It's invisible, so I'd say light has to.
Yeah, okay. If it is completely transparent, light
Okay,
has
true.
to. Yep. Okay. Perfect. Light, yes. Sound, no. Final answer. Thank you, Blake.
I would be like that's an option. It'd buy us 10 minutes, but also I don't know what's on the other side of that door.
Just hide behind the chair in the corner over here. Hide back there if I can sneak past there and cast a spell and then tell you where to find the key.
I'm pretty sure this guard would still see you.
If you hid well enough, like that, you could kind of like best is small. You could kind of squeeze behind the desk and kind of hide back there with a good enough stealth check. Yeah.
I think it's a way to proceed.
Or is everybody comfortable if I do that? Because even if I do get compromised, the rest of you are still invisible.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think it would probably be our best bet right now.
And I will wait, and if they spot you, I will just wall of force them, and we will proceed from there.
Okay.
I could also Gios one of them or sleep one of them.
I could
Or
murder
I
them
think,
both.
because I haven't really looked at the damage of my 6th level spells yet, if I casted a 7th level Mind Spike, I'm sure I could hemorrhage someone into death.
Ooh. Oh.
Can you imagine having a headache so bad that your brain literally just fucking gives up?
It's like the meme about like, why don't mages just come up with spells like fucking brain explode? Like that's basically
Yeah.
what that would be.
7th level Mind Spike is like, here, congratulations, your brain's liquid.
The other option is, if it doesn't work, I can theoretically block this entire wall off.
Good. Everybody roll a d6 for me.
Oh no.
All right, let's do that.
Okay,
Oops.
we got a
So
5.
sorry.
Oh, what?
That was clearly a mistake.
Hold on. Okay, 5, 1, 4.
Take the first d6.
Well, he doesn't know my system, so yeah. Do you want me to take that first d6? Do you want to take the 6,
as
or do you
well.
want to? Okay, we're gonna take the 6. So 5, 1, 4, 6. Got it. Okay, carrying on.
Best go do that, and I will hide. And if I notice them, I will move back here and basically be ready to wall of force off the wall if things go south, and we will just proceed with extreme prejudice
All
if
right.
thing go bad.
So Bess, you
And
are
bombs.
hiding back there.
The
Are you
bomb
gonna
is part of the escape
Are
plan?
you gonna like squeeze behind that chair?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna corner myself off and
You kind
hide.
of corner yourself, get behind the chair, kind of squeeze in. You're like, oh, this is a very soft chair. Squeeze back there. Your invisibility is gonna go away. You're gonna cast a spell and hopefully locate
this?
this key. That is a desk and a chair.
Oh, okay.
Roll an Arcana check, cast a spell. Your invisibility goes away.
Ah.
A 9, and I also need a stealth check.
She's like, yes. Oh,
Oh god.
22. Okay. So you guys don't even see her, and you're kind of like looking for her. You can't see her past the chair. As best you flash and see yourself reapparate behind the chair, and you concentrate, and you didn't really get a good look at the key or the hole. You're trying to imagine a key, and for a brief instant, your mind is brought back. It's almost as if Mistra's hand guides you over to Sylvar Hager's room. But then it's gone. And the spell technically
of
fails.
course it is.
You've got to be fucking kidding me. Is what I say to the group.
Figured.
I relay to them what I saw. Holden, after studying the lock, would I have any other ideas for how to break in there? And the door, too, since I was looking at it so closely.
With your investigation check, basically, maybe if you exploded it real good, maybe. You could also, if you spent the time trying to pick it with proper tools, it's a possibility. You wouldn't know until you started getting at it.
Are you implying that we've ever exploded something bad?
It's true. Actually, yeah, you have many times. Otherwise, with the investigation check you made, I mean, you think maybe like if you were able to conjure up an item with a spell that looked similar, you could give it a go, but it looks so precise and meticulous, it'd be very difficult. But you think, you know, based on how articulate it looked, maybe if you wedged something in there and just like fucking broke the shit out of it, that might work. Or if you put explosion on it, that might work.
Put explosion on it.
Okay, in our extreme prejudice.
Personally, I'm not a fan of the idea of killing Hager, but
That's not my plan. My plan would be to wall this off, kill these guys, blow up the door.
At this
Why
point,
don't I just try casting one of my modified spells, like Death Wart, and kill the door?
you could certainly try.
We still have to
Yeah.
kill those 2 guards.
Speaking of, at this point, as you guys are mentally connecting back and forth, relaying messages and trying to have a discussion about this, you all of your attention, maybe best less so, but your attentions are brought to the guards as one of them kind of gets up, you know, kind of moves his shoulders, right? About time, yeah. Right. He sets his halberd down against the wall, and just without a lock, just opens the door behind him and steps through. And leaves it slightly ajar so that all of you can see inside what appears to be, let's see, you can see, I'll give you like that much, several more trapdoors and a wall. But you see, you can see about where he is, and he is facing north. Let me fix that. And he seems to kind of just be, he pulls out like what appears to be a notebook, just kind of checking things off, looking up, looking down, looking up, looking down, checking things off one by one.
6 zips this way. Is there room enough for the door to sneak in there?
Yeah, seizing the opportunity, you move through. You're going to be passing very close to the other guard. There is enough room for you to just kind of like, you know, make yourself flat and just squeeze through. Absolutely, without disturbing the door. But it would be a stealth
plan.
check.
Yes. Okay, no problem. The plan is to. Whoops,
Okay.
That's in the wall, I guess. Oh Jesus, I don't know where these squares are. All right,
Sorry.
We're all
whatever,
right
there.
Sure.
Then sort of pop down this way and get on this side of him would be my goal, having seen what I have seen in this door.
Absolutely. Yeah, make a stealth check for me.
Dice, don't fail me now.
Okay, a 20.
Thanks.
Okay, with that, 6 signals to you guys that he's seizing this opportunity. He moves over, and you all kind of look over at the door, and you just see the slightest as he just barely taps the door, moving through. And the guard kind of looks over. He kind of like peeks back in. Whatever. Seems nonplussed. 6, what you see is what appears to be a large storage room filled with barrels. And as you make your way over there, I'll show you the rest here. You can see the tip of the ship. And moving around this wall, because of where you placed yourself, you can see crates. And it looks like this guy is going through and taking inventory, making sure everything is accounted for.
Okay, does he pop one open or anything like that I can kind of tiptoe up and see what's inside?
Yeah, from your current position, you can see
bodies filled with them to the brim.
Yikes.
Kind of. From
Got
where you're
bad
currently
news, guys.
standing, basically he's going up to each barrel and kind of just checking, okay, 1, 2, 3, and every now and then he'll kind of pop one open, look inside, yep, okay, making sure that he's doing things right. When he pops one open at one point, you can see what appears to be spherical objects with that very faintly glow red.
They're
Hmm.
bombs.
That's a ship full of fire bombs.
Not for long. I put it. Well, I wait. Yeah.
6, do you think you can take him out in one go?
Possibly. But if I drop the bomb in here and we detonate it later, it's kind of a fun opportunity. Yeah, I could take him out.
Alistair, prepare anything you can to take that man out.
Okay.
If Beth stands up right now, does she have a clear line of sight on that guard who's sitting there?
If she kind of leans to the left a little, yeah, I'll give it to her.
Beth, prepare to hit him.
With a what?
I don't care. On 3, extreme prejudice.
Six is going to study for a moment and see if there's any like weak spot in this guy's armor or something like that.
Sure. I'll give you. Oh, depending on what you're doing, I'm assuming you are just gonna flurry of blows him.
Yeah.
I'll give you advantage on the first strike for sure.
Did he leave his halberd?
Actually-
or did he bring his weapon in?
No, his halberd is sitting on the door, like
Okay,
propped
so
up. He's weaponless, or
He-
I mean, 6 you can see has a dagger at his side, but that's it. He left his good weapon outside.
All right.
Okay.
Wait, is anybody else hitting the same guy that I am?
You and Alistair, I am casting Wall of Force and walling us off, and then we are just gonna fucking kill these 2 guys and get him out, and this is where we're staging it. We're gonna have 10 minutes.
Did
I think
we
it's a good
double-check
amount of
over
time.
here? Oh, okay, yeah. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Alistair?
Yeah.
I think, alright, on 3 with extreme prejudice.
Okay.
All right.
2, 3, I cast Wall of Force, we all lose our invisibility.
Okay. All of your invisibilities go down. So I'm gonna put a wall, and you're literally segmenting it off here.
All the way down, all the way through the wall, because I saw that, so I can just
Got it.
so all the
Just
way down, so
straight
even
through.
yeah, even if this door led somehow to us, it doesn't anymore.
Okay. Cool. Oh man, that's really funny actually.
If there's a bathroom there and someone's in the bathroom, they are stuck in that bathroom.
You're along the right lines.
And we have agreed no sound leaves that wall, correct?
Correct.
So silence.
Oh yeah,
From the-
so theoretically nobody else would hear. Okay. Okay. I was preparing something much different because I thought others were gonna hear things going off, but no. If you go 1, 2, 3, and then like you cast it on 2, so the invisibility drops and everybody hits. Okay,
Yep.
perfect. Well executed. Let's see. So Wall of Force, poof, everybody no longer invisible. 6. What are you doing?
I say, boo, and I launch my attack.
You go boo, and the guy's like, yeah, what? Oh, and then boo, boo.
I feel so bad.
All right, let's see it. You get advantage on the first swing because you're studying like where can I hit him? Oh, okay, yeah, like right on the side there. If I get him a nice jab in the ribs, that won't be well protected.
First one's just a straight up nice fist, and then we'll just kind of go
Fist
from
him.
there.
Fist that dude.
Ew. Ooh.
Okay.
You are fucking murdering this man.
Okay, a 28, certainly a hit. 21 also a hit. 19 a hit. 14, not a hit.
Oh, god damn! I
So-
can never hit anything.
So, 11 damage, 10 damage, 13 damage. So that's 23, 34 damage. So you boo. He goes, yeah, whatever. Ah! And then you boo into his ribs. And then as he's kind of leaned down, you with a sucker punch up into the jaw, and you knock him back. He falls onto one of the barrels, and with him back, you jump. You like basically leap and pile drive into him and jab your elbow into his throat. And he is not dead. He is conscious.
Okay.
Not looking good. Well bloodied. But he's conscious, and you're kind of like on top of. I mean, not grappled, literally, but basically on top of him, and you got him down there. Alistair, what are you doing?
Oh,
I have a question
before that happens,
I
I
do
say,
anything.
Oh, what?
I just say, go to sleep. And
That'll be a second time.
Am I my evocation magic to make a fireball not hit the thousands of firebombs that are in that room?
I mean, if you can maneuver it around allies, well, here, let me.
Because right now, in my honest opinion, I consider those firebombs allies.
What's the ability that allows you to do
refuse
this?
to die to them right now. It's it's one of my level up abilities
Right.
for being a evocation wizard.
Let me see here. Isn't it like careful? No, that's fuck.
It's called Sculpt Spell.
Sculpt spell. Okay. Looking for the description here. Sculpt spell. Sculpt. Yep. Sculpt spells. Blah blah blah. Create pockets of relatively safe, with relative safety within the effects of your. Okay, so it doesn't specify that it's like allies or creatures or anything. You choose a number of them. Oh wait. When you cast an evocation spell that affects other creatures that you can see, you can choose a number of them equal to 1 plus the spell's level. Oh, those are kind of
So it doesn't have to be allies.
Well,
Creatures. Has to be creatures.
it says creatures, but the first sentence is you create pockets of relative safety within the effects. Like if you just looked at that, I think it would be silly for you to have this ability but only be able to do it around people. So I'm going to say yes, you can carefully sculpt this away from the fire bombs. I'm going to allow that because I think it would be silly otherwise.
Okay.
You're uninvisible. You got to do something.
I know. I am going to. Can I assume that 6 did a fuck ton of damage?
You can assume. I mean, you hear a guy go.
Then I am going to. Actually, I'm not going to come out of invisibility right there. I'm going to come out right here with an arm's reach, and I'm going to reach forward and put my hand on top of his head, and I'm going to say I'm sorry and cast Blight at 6th level.
Okay. So uninvisible. This guy's just kind of chilling here, doing his job, whatever. And then all of a sudden, there's a man in a nice coat in front of him, a nice suit in front of him, hand on his head. I'm sorry. Let's see it.
Yeah, so that's 10d8 of damage.
Is there a saving throw?
Constitution.
Yeah.
Con?
Constitution
Okay, let me
save.
check his con. Okay.
Willow had the spell. Just
That's
FYI.
that's almost certainly a fail.
And then
38.
another 2d8.
Another 2d8 for a total of 46. You hit his health exactly.
Good.
So basically,
I'm happy about that one.
Yeah, you go up to him. Sorry. And you watch as his eyes roll back into the back of his head, and they go black, and black scars start to stretch across his body, and he starts to wither away before you, and then just very gently collapses onto the wall and slides down and falls. Bess, what are you doing in that moment?
This is the same person that Alistair is getting.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. You watch that guy go. Actually, from your position, you are perfect. You are perfectly positioned to. You are perfectly positioned to see right here because the door's slightly ajar. You can just barely see the guy that 6 is fighting and see that he's not unconscious. So I'll allow you to do something quick, even though Alistair's right in the way.
I am looking here.
I'm looking here.
I would really love to do control water from the water in my, what I'm assuming my water bottle that I have with me, and
Your water
send
bending.
it over to drown the guy.
Okay. So you just barely have a view of this, and you can see 6 kind of basically like driving into this guy with his elbow, and the guy's like and you can see as he's reaching down to like he grabs. I'm just gonna go ahead and narrate this. He grabs. He tries to punch 6, but 6 catches the hand, and then the other, while his hand is caught, the guy very deftly grabs a dagger from his side and goes to stab into 6, and 6 didn't quite see it coming. You're not sure how it's going to go. As Alistair, you watch a whip of water whoosh past your head, and you look over and see the scene where 6 is about to get stabbed by this almost dead guy, and we watch the water just splash into this guy's face and start to enter his lungs, and 6 before this guy, he like starts flailing around. He's like, and you take that opportunity to just pop into the head, and he falls down,
Nice.
slumps onto the ground.
There I was, taking inventory. All of a sudden, my ribs are all crushed. I'm drowning. And I'm in a spaceship. 200 feet up.
Okay.
With that, 10 minutes on the clock. What are you guys gonna do?
First step, I'd like to open this trapdoor. Is it just opening to nothingness? Like,
You
just
open
down?
up the trap door, and it is straight down. Yep.
Cool. I look at the party. They're gonna firebomb the city. Cool. I'd like to go around into what's on this side.
Over here. Here, let me pause the timer. I am actually timing this, by the way. I will time it for things like this where I'm taking a moment to like reveal areas, but you guys are on a 10-minute timer.
What if we moved all of them in front of his door and lit them off? The
we
dwarf.
don't.
So just that's the trapdoor and a wooden wall here.
Bang on the wood wall.
Okay. Boom, 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 boom.
Willows!
Yeah, you hear a voice. Definitely not Willow's. Huh? What's going on? Oh, one sec. You hear some thump, 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 thump. What the hell? Hey! What the hell? Hey! Guys, come on! Let me out! What the hell is this?
Hey,
Come on!
Hey, calm. Is Willows in there with you?
What? No, of course not! Why would he? What? Let me out!
Okay, I will walk towards this and bang on the metal.
Ding, ding, ding.
Willows!
Doran? And it's very muffled. This is thick. This is a thick wall and door.
Can I assume that from his muffled speech, that's what was stopping my message from getting through?
You could guess.
Okay.
I'm assuming you can't move very far back.
How are you? Why are? Never mind. No, it's. This is like a 5-foot by 10-foot room. It's dark. It's terrible.
Why don't I just control water to make a key in the form of the lock?
See if that works.
I'm gonna do that.
That's smart as fuck.
Okay. So, pausing the timer. You move over to the door, and you use control water to literally just fill the lock with water. But what are you? How are you? What are you doing specifically? So you fill it with water in the shape of the water in the shape of this keyhole, so to speak. And
Can I take the water out in the exact shape of the key then?
Yeah, absolutely.
So I can see the shape of the key now.
You can see the exact shape of the key.
Can anyone create this? Any other caster be able to do this?
Freeze it.
Yeah, if we freeze it.
brain.
Can we?
Can create water freeze it?
I don't.
Control
Or
water.
you're
I
using
do-
control water.
Yeah, control
I have
water.
I feel like that should be able to freeze it, because you're literally controlling it.
I can't.
I don't think so. I'm checking right now.
I don't.
That would be pretty big brain. Part water, redirect, whirlpool. No, you cannot control
Fuck.
temperature, I don't think.
I can't create anything.
I
Okay.
can... If I frostbite the water, do I know if it would work? No, because it only works on a creature.
Oh, also reading the effects, you can't just literally waterbend with it like that, but yeah.
Oh. I mean, you've let me before.
I've let you before, so I guess I'm just letting you now. It's fine. All right, resuming timer. Doran, you got a little over 8 minutes left on your wall. And you know there is somebody else in this room beside you that is like trapped and trying to get out, doesn't know what's going on. You can still hear him kind of yelling like, "Come on!"
I'm gonna walk
there a-
over there to the door, and I'm gonna say, "Hey, we're trying to break you out. Shut up, or else you're gonna get us all caught."
To the
But
wait,
that's not Willows. That's
No.
a different person.
I know, but it shuts him up.
Oh,
wait, you're yelling to the dude, not Willows,
Yeah.
or you're gonna get you caught? What do you? Of course, I want to get you caught. I want to get out of here.
What? Are you
Is there a door?
No,
you stupid? We're trying to break you out.
why am I locked in here in the first place?
We don't know.
You okay,
That-
Isaac? Do
we're
you think
just-
you're talking to Willows?
No.
No.
I'm talking to this guy who won't shut up.
Oh, okay. Okay, what do you mean? Okay, fine. Make a
You're next on our list. Just
make a. Oh, wait. Oh, I see. Oh, okay. Make a persuasion check with disadvantage. I now see why you're saying what you're saying. Okay. 18. He goes, I don't. Okay, I guess.
you said disadvantage.
Oh, 11, thank you. He goes, whatever, I'll just get back to work then.
Wait, do I recognize his voice?
No.
Oh, okay. I was like, is that the originator?
No.
I'll walk
That'd be
back.
kind of fucked up.
I'll walk back to Willow's. 6. People search the body, see if they have anything for us. Willow's, is the ground in there metal as well?
Yeah.
I hope this fucking works. We're gonna have to blow this door up.
You're gonna have to what?
The only person who has the key is the shield.
Oh, jeez. Figures. Okay.
We've tried our best to do this non-lethally. We've only killed, I think, 2, maybe 3 people.
I wish you hadn't.
2, maybe 3.
Hey, the only way we were able to we've made it this far. I have a plan. I just have to get you out of there.
I don't have many other options, so I guess go for it.
What is the door made out of? What metal?
What metal specifically?
Yeah.
Orange.
Iron or steel. It's got that silvery gray look to it. Hard to say exactly.
Can I tell?
All right, Willows, we've done all of the hard parts. We're just going to need you to open the door.
Can I tell where the latching mechanism is?
I can probably, right? From studying it so much.
Yes.
That's just like
Well,
completely
okay.
versed in this.
Let me clarify again. This is not a keyhole. It is an indentation into this door, and it doesn't go all the way through. So actually, from your point of view, best of your investigation, you guys having all this time now, it probably just looks like a smooth door to him on the other side. Like there's no hole, no indentation or anything.
Wait, what about hinges? Are there hinges?
The door does have hinges. Yes, it has like 8 hinges on one side.
Why don't we
Oh,
just
visible.
bust the hinges and
Yeah,
then
let's
knock
melt
the
the
door down?
hinges.
Yeah, hinges.
Sure, you can try.
Holden, we have that crowbar or something, right? We have something that. Okay, grab the halbergs. Holden, if I heat the door itself, will the heat spread to the hinges?
I mean, the hinges are also like the same metal, so you could.
Well,
I
I
would
can only
consider
pick
them
one
part.
object.
They are like latched on. They are connected, so I'd consider them part of the door. So yes.
Okay, guys, we're gonna have to be very quick about this. Casting heat. I'm gonna have them grab the stronger people. Grab the.
We've discussed this.
Oh,
None
no.
of you are strong to any capacity.
Well,
we're-
then-
Okay.
Level 4 heat metal
Okay.
on the door.
Level 4. What's its base level?
2.
2. Okay. Okay, so it's
Hold
gonna
it
be
real quick.
fucking hot.
As some of this is going on, Six has been moved back here. He was just trying to see if he could figure out what was in the square crates.
As an aside, yeah. So in the barrels, you were able to see there were like these little spherical objects, maybe the size of like a grapefruit. I don't know.
Okay.
Larger than the softball, smaller than the basketball.
Okay.
In these boxes, however, there are they're cubes that are much more strongly glowing red.
Okay.
And within
well,
those,
in that case,
you can see almost like a liquid of some form. Just to describe it a bit more, there's some liquid in them, and they look very fragile. The spheres, however, looked a little more rigid, but
Oh my god,
had
they fucking have napalm.
bits and
They're gonna
shards of metal
Bomb
within them.
Direwood.
Jesus Christ. Holden,
So-
can we go to Secret Secrets real quick?
We can in just a moment. Yes.
I
So
have
basically,
to
you
pee
can
really
ascertain.
bad.
Okay, go pee. In a moment, Isaac, I'll take you to Secret Secrets. Jason, you can ascertain in the boxes appear to be fire bombs, and the barrels appear to be like explosive shrapnel bombs.
copy that.
All right, Isaac, I
Um,
will take you to
yeah.
Secret Secrets.
Uh,
What's
Just
up, buddy?
Mancy, baby.
Just a Mancy. What about it?
I have an idea.
Go ahead.
I don't know if it'll work. I just thought of it right now.
Go ahead.
Since I can sculpt my spells, if
Yes.
I were to per se take a bite of hysterium, would I be able to laser focus a fireball into a pinpoint jet beam?
I would say if you used, this is going to be very dangerous. This is something you've never
Or
tried.
okay, sorry. As I'm thinking of it more, what if I were to draw the area that the fireball would hit, and then once I activated the spell, that's where it would flare up? So if I like drew a line down the hinges and then cast fireball, instead of the fireball exploding in that point, it would all come out that line.
So basically, like a lightning bolt, but fire is what you want, and you just want it to.
And I can choose where it goes.
I would say, because this is stretching the bounds of your sculpting ability.
Yeah,
If
no, definitely. That's why I'm kind
If you
of.
use a little shard of hysterium to make this like a gistomancy thing, it'd be a little dangerous, and it would consume that shard of hysterium as a spell component. But I would allow it.
Okay. I almost had the audacity to ask what would happen if I used true hysterium, except someone died, so never mind.
True.
Okay, that's all I need to know. Thank you.
All right, we'll head back. Whew. Also, before I head back, TJ House, thanks for hanging out. I'm glad you're enjoying this. Genuinely, those are some of the more fun comments I've seen of people coming in here, so I'm glad to see that. Thanks for hanging out, man. Alrighty.
Because he wasn't back yet.
What?
I was like, Holden, we can't hear you.
Oh. All right. So
Okay.
we're all back. So
There is one thing I would like to do, and I would like to put the bomb down here.
you're gonna put,
actually. I would like to take the lid off one of the barrels. How large are those spheres?
they are. I mean, if
Oh yeah, bigger than a softball, smaller than
Imagine
that.
like
Okay.
a cantaloupe.
not the size of my head,
Yeah.
but maybe the size of Clara's head.
Okay, perfect. I
Not
would like
Holden's
to.
ego, like Claire's ego.
Yeah. Precisely.
I would like to take 3 of those out, and put them in my bag. Replace them. Put the bomb in the.
Okay, you're
the
putting your
container. There's
glyph.
roughly the same size.
Yeah. So you're taking 3 of the explosive spheres, and you're putting down your
Yes.
homemade bomb.
Correct, and I'm putting the spheres in my backpack or in my bag of holding.
You have
And
3.
the bomb.
Okay, yeah, you can put in your inventory 3 Pretian sphere bombs. And
Bombs.
I have what they do, but yeah, just call them sphere bombs for now because you guys don't know what they're actually called.
Copy.
All right,
you.
so Doran, you have heated the metal at level 4 of the door, and it is starting to glow, not red hot, white hot. And you can hear Willow's, like you hear like a as you can imagine, Willow's is like getting as far away from the door as possible, pressing against a wall.
Push. Can we get the halbergs in and easily?
Should I
like,
be setting up my mansion?
Not yet.
Okay.
Actually, yes. You set it up. Let's Six and Bess help me get this off.
What if we set it up where the firebombs are?
Nope. I want you to set it up on this wall. Actually, no, on this wall.
Okay, so who is using the halberds to smash into the hinges and try to break them?
6 will jump in and work on that.
All right, I need you to make a strength check. Who's the other one?
Bess, me.
Okay, Bess, make a strength check. You guys are basically just gonna be going. It's trying because there are 8 hinges, so each of you is gonna take 4 inches. Ooh, a 4.
That's a saving throw, 6.
That it is.
Damn it!
Uh-oh, that's a single digit and a
Luck
5.
reroll.
Okay, yeah,
Luck
this
reroll. Luck reroll.
Okay, luck. Go ahead. That's another single digit. That's a net one.
Luck reroll. Another luck reroll.
Didn't you use all your luck rolls last session?
No. Did
While,
I?
while strangling the guy?
Oh. I'm sorry. That's my bad.
No, it's
I-
all right, it's
I
all
will
right.
take them off of my sheet right now.
Yeah. I mean,
So
you
the
didn't
5.
get anything much
it's
better
all
anyway.
Your fault, Sick. How could you not remember that one thing from 3 weeks ago?
Yeah, how do you not remember that thing from 3.5 weeks ago, you fucking idiot? What, are you not taking notes?
Stupid.
No, I did. They were just wrong. That's the problem.
All right. At this point, Doran, you surmise you have about 5 minutes left on your wall of force. So 6 and Best take the halberds, which they are not proficient with, and they just start kind of ting, 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 and they're kind of hitting the hinges, and they do manage to break a couple off. There are 6 left, but with white sparks just flying off, and you can hear Willow's, "It's getting very hot in here." And as you guys are just standing next to us, it's like when you open up an oven and you're like just a little too uncomfortably close, reaching in, putting something in. You're not like burning, but it's like Jesus.
All right. Shall we?
Want to cast a spell and then have 6 and I try again. Can I do that?
Sure.
I want to cast enhance
Hold on. I'm sorry.
I'm also thinking.
Was it just me, or did she just cut out for everyone?
Nope. That's just
No, I
you.
heard her.
Okay, so you want to cast Enhance ability and...
Yeah, so I'm gonna cast Enhance ability
Yep.
to...
She said she was checking what level spell to cast.
Okay. The dice
I'm
giveth and the
going
dice
to
taketh away.
give...
Doran.
Okay, I'm gonna cast it at second... Wait, what? Here we go. Where am I looking? I'm so sorry. Thank you for dealing with me.
Okay.
It's a
No problem.
second
Thank you
level
for
spell
dealing with
that I have to cast twice, and I'm gonna give each of us the bull's strength, which means
Okay.
each of us
Alright.
has
Eh,
advantage on strength check.
Is it a concentration spell?
Oh, it is. Shoot. I will give 6 that then.
Okay, you're gonna get 6 bulls strength. Okay.
Doran,
Which
do
does...
you,
Yeah.
do you think if we quickly chilled them, do you think that would help to brittleize the metal? I pull out the decanter of endless water and aim.
Give it a shot.
Okay.
Water.
So the hinges on. So you've broken 2 of them off, and there's just like hot pieces of metal smoking on the wooden floor beneath. I mean, now you can see at the bottom because this door is like airtight. And so now like the wooden floor below it is just starting to smoke a little bit, and you can hear Willow's coughing inside. You take the decanter and just douse it down, and you watch as steam just starts to plume into the room. And
Alright.
6, you have bull strength, so you're just gonna take your halberd and try again.
I am, now that they hopefully have been sort of brittleized, made
I'd
more
like
brittle.
to help you. I'd like to try.
Okay, so you try as well. I'm not an expert on this sort of thing, but it sounds about right scientifically to me that that's how that would work. So you take the halberd.
The rapid healing and cooling of metal.
Yeah, you basically touch them, and they. And so between the 2 of you, you just smack the rest of them down, and then
Yes.
as you do, you hear a. And there's a large slam as it hits the back of the wall.
Boom.
And you can peer within and see now Willow's, who's like seeing all the light for the first time in a while. He kind of steps out. Well done.
Go
Cool.
to Alistair.
Okay.
6. We have to spread the bombs out in the bow, so when we blow it up, it really blows up.
We're blowing the ship up.
Yes.
This is we can't do that.
I look at.
Oh, we can.
Here's the thing. Here's how we're getting off the ship. We're blowing it up and hiding in a different dimension, and they're gonna land the ship.
If you blow up all the bombs in there, there's
Just
not
go
going to
with
be
it.
a ship. There will not be a
Just
ship.
go with it. Just go with it.
That's a
this
terrible
way.
idea.
I
Wait,
usher him toward.
They're gonna drop them on our
Alistair.
city.
Okay.
You were arrested because they don't think you're gonna do it.
You see him pause and think for a moment. Make a persuasion
I
check.
pull out the battle map and one of the fire bombs.
In fact, no, don't make a persuasion check. He has to make a charisma saving throw. Because you are calling his allegiance into question. And at a time where it is fragile because he's been arrested by those he's allegiant to. You see him stop, and you see him furrow his brows, and he... Oh, good gods. Everything I've... Okay. Oh, fuck it. Fuck it. Let's
Does it-
do this.
I pull out the battle map and one of the spheres, and I show them to him.
He sees... I understand. I've worked my... We don't have time.
You can have all their weaponry, as I point to bodies.
He looks around. I don't know where my... It'll do. And he goes
We
over
know
and takes
your
both
armor's
halberds.
with the shield.
Fuck. Okay, he takes both halberds and weighs them out, throws one to the ground. This'll have to do. All right, let's do whatever we have to do. Doran, you
Go
know you
down,
got...
sir.
Yep, he follows. You have a little more than 3 minutes left.
Okay. Me and Alex, are your mansion set up?
If it takes 10 minutes to set up.
No, it takes a minute if you don't ritual cast it.
That's right. We already talked about this. Yes,
Yeah.
it's set up.
Ta-da!
The ritual cast takes 10 minutes, but
Yeah.
if you use the spell slot, it takes a minute.
Okay.
Me and
Alright.
Alex are spreading bombs around,
I'll
so they
help.
actually will connect.
Okay.
We're using mainly the spheres to make like a line.
And so you're just setting up bombs all over, like...
Just like barrels and stuff, yeah.
Yeah, we'll take a minute to do that, and then we'll head back to the mansion.
Okay. And you guys are
And
setting
we'll-
it up like over here.
We should
Yeah.
set it up as close to the wall of force as possible, though.
I'm getting rid of the wall of force.
But like, where are you setting up the bombs?
Yeah,
Just
where would we set it? I would set up the
in
wall
here.
of mansion. Can we set? Okay, wait. Question, Holden. Can we set up the wall of mansion on the floor?
Magnificent mansion.
It just creates a door. So
It says the entrance shimmers faintly as 5 feet wide and 10 feet tall.
yeah, but we discussed this. It had a range of like 60 feet or something, and that's where I decided that meant like that's how far away you can put the door. So I mean, if it's just resting like in space on the floor, sure, why not?
I would say put it here then, Alistair. Like toward, right here actually. Between all the chairs.
What if I put it over the trapdoor?
Bad idea.
No, that'd be funny as fuck though. If we all jumped in and they're like, "Hey, we gotta follow him," and then I close the portal and they just fall to their death.
Dorn, you have like 2 minutes left on your wall of force.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'll put it there.
Okay, everyone else is in there. We moved some of the barrels away from the wall, if that's possible. Kind of give it a little bit of a gap, like one line.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so everyone else but me is in the Magnificent Mansion, right?
All right, you're going to be because, however, as Alistair, yeah, your wall of force is almost up. It's been about a minute and a half since that heavy door thudded. And Alistair, you're almost done setting up the Magnificent Mansion when you hear from the top of the stairs over here, "What's going on down there? Everyone all right?"
Slight weapons malfunction. Everything is fine here. How are you?
In the shield's voice, I go, "Never you mind."
Make an intimidation check with advantage.
Good quote, Jason.
Thank you.
19. You hear yes, sir. Carry on. And you hear like quick shuffle of footsteps away.
Okay, so everyone goes in.
Fuck, that
Okay.
guy was like, "Wow, something's going wrong," and then God was like, "No," and he's like, "Oh."
Okay. Yeah, so you cast a Magnificent Mansion as Dorn has like 30 seconds to a minute left on his wall of force, and you all hop in.
But me, because me and you discussed this.
Yes.
I have to be outside the thing. I cast Arcane Eye.
Yep.
So Wall of Force drops.
Yep. Wall of force gone.
And I yell, so everyone can hear me before, right? As everyone but me. I have to make sure everyone but me is in the mansion, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm 1 foot in, so I can see. So my eyes outside. I yell. I have to find where it is.
Oh, I know. Okay.
That this is not a good idea, and I duck in.
Okay. So here's what happens. You put 1 foot in, you look out, you look around. This is not a good idea. And you can hear as you're yelling that, a door slams open and you hear the guy that was trapped in some other room because of your wall of force go, "Oh, thank God." And then there's an explosion of epic proportions. Completely, you hear, it sounds like 10,000 car crashes at once as the entire ship is being ripped to shreds. And and even as quick as you are, as you jump back, you like literally jump backward into the Magnificent Mansion, and you watch as a wall of fire is spreading toward you and shrapnel and debris, and you feel the heat on your feet as you fall back into the Magnificent Mansion, and you're like,
And I through the eye.
and like a little bit of fire like puffs through the door, and you slam the door, and you all look around.
It's like the
Are they gonna be
Wolverine
okay?
movie.
I go, and I look through the eye.
You look through the eye, and there is nothing but red and white and black smoke. And you can't hear through it, can you?
Thought it would be called Arcane Ear.
The mansion.
Only visual.
Only visual, so you have no idea. But what you see in that spot is explosions, fire, black smoke, and just black. Then just black as your arcane eye tumbles through the sky, along with the rest of the ship.
We should probably give it a little bit.
I keep it moving because it has that 360 vision. It doesn't have to look at one direction. Because I put it right above the Magnificent Mansion. I would keep it moving as close as possible with that piece that held the door.
Yep. So you do your best to keep track, and you're sure, like, yeah, I'm pretty sure we're somewhere in that pile of burning rubble, like in that 10-foot radius. We're around here, and Doran, you're the only one who can see this. It is a mess. of charred remains, explosive shrapnel everywhere, a couple limbs, blood splashes of blood that were immediately cooked and just baked into wood, scraps of clothing, a few weapons. It is a dastardly mess. Blowing up all of that at once absolutely eviscerated this ship.
I look at everyone and go, all right. Now, if we are the only survivors, we get to write the story.
Yeah.
And where would you like to go with that?
What happened on that ship?
Well,
Depends on
Colonel
potentially Priest's
Ramsden
reaction.
overthrew his own tyrannical government and caused an entire collapse of their most prized airship.
Let's not throw him under the bus after all that he's worked for.
I need to think. As much as I'd like,
we pin it completely on Willows. No, I'm kidding.
as much as I would like to, as far as I see it right now, my options are these. I can either pretend I died on that ship, start a new life, and throw away everything I've ever worked for a nation state that may or may not have the best interests of people I care about in mind. Or I can claim I somehow survived, or perhaps I hadn't been arrested yet, and I have to back up the story of how the ship was destroyed, which would be very, very suspicious to people who knew what Sylvar had come here to do.
Which was to blow up Direwood, correct?
And arrest me.
So you admit he was here to blow up Direwood.
Why don't we just take responsibility and say we discovered this plot and had to save the people of Direwood?
Because
I doubt
They
the
made up a new
citizens of Priest
republic.
would be happy. I doubt the citizens of Priest would be happy with knowing that innocent people would die. But
listen, I know you have some. You showed me the map, but you're making a lot of assumptions here. You're assuming that he would kill all of those people, that they would kill all those people. You're assuming that they were just gonna throw caution to the wind, eviscerate everyone here. I'm not
I'm
sure
they
of
were
that.
going to plant the fire bombs, grow trees.
Well, I'm assuming that the plan was not to kill everyone in Direwood, but to scorched earth to try to rid the rats and hysterium.
Is that such a bad idea at this point? You've seen it. I've seen
I
it.
worship it!
That gives him pause, and he starts to say something, but doesn't mean where he's like,
I look at him and I go, the rats are their own issue, but we're handling that.
Can Hysterium be destroyed that way?
Honestly, I think anything can... I kind of look through the eye again, as we've talked for, like, what, probably 5 minutes? What do I see?
You see a black, charred, bloodied, scrapped up mess of absolute desolation.
Have we hit the ground yet?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Are people coming?
You guys didn't investigate. You never saw this, but I will say you did see. Let me check something. You did also see in the mess a flash of purple, a flash of yellow, and a flash of red, and like what appeared to be discharging of mass amounts of arcane energy. And basically, as soon as that happened, the rest of everything just fell.
I kind of... He sees me just look up into the sky a little bit, like my little thought bubble in my flashback.
Yeah.
Given what I can see out there, yes.
Well, unfortunately, the people of Priest are very skeptical of your religion. I understand that must hurt, but I'm still not convinced that they didn't have good intentions. I'm not entirely willing to become an enemy of my country, of my nation state. I'm not willing
Fair
to
enough.
assume the worst of intentions here.
Well, then you don't. You stay on the lam until we can prove something either good or bad. Worst case scenario, a lot of innocent people just died.
Yeah. A lot.
Best case scenario, we just saved way more innocents from a fiery death that they had no idea was coming.
You're right. I'll give you that. You're right. But
I cannot see an idea where you have fire bombs that look like they're meant to be dropped, and then a ship that has trapdoors leading out.
right. No, obviously they were going to drop bombs. That's very clear.
What places are circled on the Direwood map that Six has stolen?
Pretty much every major
Footprints.
location you're aware of. Pretty much
Including-
everything that's like marked on your map here,
Including
essentially.
where-
Headquarters.
including where we
Farmland.
are, Shinebright.
Yeah.
I put the map down and point at Shinebright and go, people are here.
Yes, but you're assuming what these red circles mean. They
Thought
could
they were
either
red
mean these
X's.
are targets. I actually don't remember. Let me look at my notes. Hold on. Nope. That's a very good point to bring up. Map.
My microphone smells funny.
Does it taste funny?
Oh, red X's. Yes, there are X's over all of these locations. They're X's. That could mean
Little bit.
that those are places not to touch.
When has that ever?
X marks the spot, dude.
All I'm saying is we do not know for sure that they meant to. I
Is
This
ground
is-
zero marked 2?
yes.
Okay, I lean close to go. There's no reason to mark ground zero and Shinebright with the same thing unless you are slaughtering both people. Because ground zero is where everything is the worst. And Shinebright is where people are. If you meant not to damage things, you mark them separately. You cannot explain to me why they are marked the same. Is there any legend on this map of
No.
like what? I mean, if we can find the shield's head, we can probably find someone who can speak to the dead.
I can help with
Let's
that.
say these were all marked to be destroyed. Sure. Shine Bright, I don't quite understand why. Perhaps they're just being careful, but that doesn't mean they were just going to drop bombs before evacuating people.
Is
There
Dor-
are-
I'm-
Church,
Was this?
is the Church of the Rock as one of the targets?
Yes.
No.
Was this the wrong code blue then?
I meant code aqua.
Code Blue
teal.
meant that I had been apprehended, arrested, or otherwise imprisoned, and I didn't know why, and I was being taken away and wanted to have you guys sent in. That's what Code Blue was. I came up with
Hey, we did
just a
that.
few. There was red and yellow. There were a few code that I had come up with when this force was being sent here without my request.
I
So-
could always just message the originator and have him snoop around.
That seems like a bad idea.
If
Oh,
he's
it
willing
absolutely
to,
is, but I could do it.
if he's willing to stick his neck out, I don't want to believe what you're telling me, but if it is the truth, everything I've done in my life was for a lie, and I have a lot to think about.
My thoughts are Willow. If their plan was not scorched earth, you would have been kept informed, correct?
Frankly, I don't know. Silvar Haggard. Oh, good God, we just killed the shield. We just killed the shield.
I think
Wait,
the
no, it's
fire
a
bombs
cover
killed
story?
the shield, my
All
friend.
shield can be
Cover
broken.
story- A good cover story would be that all the weapons malfunctioned, the bombs malfunctioned and went off by accident, and that you were the only person that survived because you were in your completely metal cell.
It's true.
If
I
need
saw
be,
that
you
happen.
can even
Doran.
reconstruct part of your cell.
Doran, you can see into whatever happened, right?
Kind of. Yeah.
You looked up all funny like you were scrying or something.
I look back out.
Do you see the metal door or walls?
Do I?
Absolutely not.
I start laughing. Oh fuck no!
That ash pile might be something like it. That pile of molten something might be it. That's
Okay, the metal door that led to the shield's room.
yes.
Do I see that anywhere? Do I see anything that resembles the shield's body?
Absolutely not. You don't see anything that resembles a body except for a few scorched limbs.
We don't have any proof that the shield died.
Some bones, even. Yeah, that's true. You don't
feel like-
technically have any proof that anyone died.
I feel like perhaps he planned this.
I look
He's
at Percy.
escaped.
I look at Willow's.
Percy?
Sorry, don't question me.
It's okay.
I
No,
look
I've
at-
done that.
Yeah, you have. I look at Willow's. I wasn't even talking to you. Is what makes this stupid. I look at Willow's. Now, here's the worst idea I've ever had. I could be the
Looks shocked.
How would the... If word to any... Right now, the entirety of the Dauntless has just been eviscerated directly above the Prishan outpost outside of Direwood. Correct.
Correct.
Right now, Prishan soldiers, my men and women, are manning that fort.
Correct.
What do you think they're doing right now?
Heading on this way.
Panicking, screaming.
Here's the thing. We come up with a story on how you saved my life. I pardon you on the spot.
And what happens when the shield doesn't return to priests?
We deal with that later.
Or the nation, the state, the people I have fought for my entire life are all being misled. And I have contributed to it. And the best way for me to make amends for those I have served is to take the fall for this. I was arrested. That is not, probably, hopefully not public knowledge, but known to those in power and priests. If I lost my cool and blew up the Dauntless, killing everybody on it, and was a fugitive on the run, the people of Direwood couldn't be blamed. The Bronze Toads couldn't be blamed. The Cloaked Rangers couldn't be blamed.
Why don't we just pin it on the New Republic?
That would be a stretch. I don't know how you would do that, but I'm all ears. I am open to any ideas other
You
than...
guys flew over their territory. They retaliated. One
How do we
strong
prove it?
fireball shot. Boom.
One well-placed fireball shot.
How do we prove it?
I'm part of the New Republic.
Are you?
Here and there. I dabble.
He kind of raises one eyebrow like, we're gonna have to talk about that later, but okay. This is something we can pursue.
Oh, what am I, under arrest?
No, I'm just very intrigued.
Well, if you were to arrest me right now, that'd be very funny.
I could certainly try, but he looks down at, like, he's basically, like, in shorts and a tank top, holding a halberd. I don't think I'm in any position to do something like that.
Right now, you're in my dimension.
I'm in your dimension. I'm half naked.
Yes.
I don't have a weapon I'm comfortable with. And he's smiling at this point. I don't think I can arrest you, Alistair.
Okay, now, let's put some thoughts out there. Hey, we think all the people at the HQ right now are your people, right? All the shield people were probably on this ship.
Well, your being dropped off to the ship proves that they are loyal enough to me that they would technically go against the initiative of priests at large. So, yes, basically.
We convinced them that we were allowed on the ship to speak with you about the charges. Happened to get away from the explosion and save your life. We write the story and say the New Republic was the ones engaging in the attack. They wanted something on the ship. And not knowing what those bombs were, they set one off.
There's only one flaw in that. Well, a couple. Firstly, there's no proof that it was the New Republic, but we can't really prove or disprove anything else, because I'm guessing that it is a smoldering pile of nothing.
I look up. Yeah.
Essentially, yeah. Like, there's some scraps of wood, cloth, like, there's some remnants of whatever was on the ship, but it is, you would never have guessed it was a ship before. He looks up. I imagine you all are, like, inside the cozy, magnificent mansion now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you're in the like, dining hall. He looks up, reaches forward, grabs a tankard, not knowing what's in it, sips. What's in it?
What does he
Orange
want to be in it?
juice.
No, I'm not getting tankards of orange juice. I'll have glasses of orange juice.
He could probably go for a
Please
very
say
strong
pudding.
ale right now.
Yeah, we'll go indiscriminate alcohol of his choice.
Sure.
As we kind of
alcoholic
have that
beverage.
back and forth banter, where we're both kind of just goofing around with each other, I'll point to the table and be like, eat up if you're hungry.
Yeah, he takes a bite of bread, and he without looking, just takes a sip. The other problem is, you are the only survivors other than me. I was arrested and somehow survived. And he kind of looks around. I hate this a lot, but
I
the
kind
way
of
you
like the
hated...
mansion.
No, this is fantastic. I've never seen anything like it. Well
Is it a
done.
magnificent? I
It-
turn to a camera that's not there and smile.
I'd even call it magnificent. But he says, I don't like this whatsoever, but I have a feeling. Perhaps if I was burned nearly to death, it would be a little more convincing. He gives a very
realize-
solemn look to Doran.
You realize there's magical healing here, right? And we have a pretty damn good cleric, so we wouldn't leave scars, my friend.
Fair enough.
I'm busy drinking orange juice.
I am dumping orange juice.
I'm just
like,
trying-
I've emptied a tankard. I'm dumping orange juice out of glasses into a tankard. So I have
Just throwing tankards of orange juice.
Alistair looks at Doran doing this with visible disgust.
And he's just like looking back, like drinking. He goes, "What?"
Why would you put orange juice in a tankard?
I don't know.
I just think, given the circumstances, our story needs something to add to its credibility. If we return tomorrow and I told my people the exact story, truthfully, as it happened, they might stand by me with the evidence that Priest was going to do what they might have done. They might stand by me, but if there's one dissenter among them who gets word back to Priest of what happened and they don't believe or that they relay my story exactly, we're fucked. We are absolutely fucked. If Priest bears its full force of its jaws upon the Cloaked Rangers, Shinebright, the Bronze Toads, it is over for everyone. You're all very powerful. Stronger than me. I'm not sure I could take any of you in 1-versus-1 combat. Maybe best if we were like 5 feet apart. But no offense. You're very small.
Wait. Currently, how you are now, I give it the best because you have nothing.
Well, how I am. Sure. Yes. My point is, as powerful as you all, frankly, somewhat legendary as you all are, you can't take on Priest alone. You can't take on Priest with a small army behind you. So, what are we going to do? We have to stall or come up with some plausible way that Priest... I'm just not confident in how things look for the next couple of months. If word gets back as to exactly what happened.
Well, given I don't think anyone survived but us, I do a quick glance. Do I see any rubble moving in any sense?
No. Well, there are at this point some of Willow's people kind of clambering through the debris. There are some spots you could see people basically like, triaging like firefighters, trying to like. There are some areas that are just too fucked; they can't even go near them. They're trying to look through rubble, find any survivors, find any bodies that can recover anything. So yes, things are being moved, but yeah, there are no survivors.
The rescue team is here, by the way.
Rescue, right.
Well, rescue. Thing is, Willows, you go back, you're gonna get rearrested.
Maybe. I also don't know exactly who. I don't know if it was. Silvar said that it was the, I believe, Vice Pathfinder who issued the order. It might just be the Vice Pathfinder and the Pathfinder who know, along with Silvar. So, I don't know. Wait, I just don't know.
They're back in Priest.
What you're saying is we have 2 more targets. I'm kidding.
No. Well, only the most well-guarded and powerful targets in Priest. If we can come up with some... What if... I honestly think the best shot here is that you guys are unscathed because you were never there. I'm dead because there simply was... Nobody knows what happened. It's all going to be speculation. And when there's no coherent story, then it's most likely that something went awry on the ship. If I'm dead...
Agreed.
then it's not going to be pinned on anyone, most likely. If we try to shoot some story that it was the New Republic or me or somebody else, but I survived, there's going to be a lot of doubt. I hate this, but I think the best bet would be for me to go into hiding. And
Dead until proven innocent.
pretty much.
Well, the problem is.
Well, actually, I'm not innocent. I was fully along for the ride for murdering
Here's
all
the
of
problem
them.
with that. Your two riders know we were on that ship.
Yes,
You can trust them.
I trust
presume.
them. They
Alright,
have been
now
with
here-
me the longest, and they were
Here-
willing to defy priests in order to send a possible rescue mission for me when I was arrested by their superiors. So, yeah, I
Here's
trust
the
them.
other issue. How the fuck are we getting out of this?
Out of what?
Well, we
Out of what?
wait for a little while.
This
The
mansion's
mansion, I
here for
believe.
24 hours.
I'm okay. Holden, based off the wreckage, it's gonna take more than 24 hours, right?
For what?
Them to clear it.
Oh, yeah. Well, clear it, sure.
Look through it? No.
I mean, the thing is,
Are there gonna be people manning it for 24 hours?
almost certainly.
Can you make us all invisible again before we exit the mansion? Especially if we have a long rest in here somewhere.
Can I?
I think the rubble outside would be difficult terrain, possibly, to walk over.
Does that make it? Does that negate it?
No, it doesn't.
I feel like it would give us... We wouldn't have an advantage being invisible.
Yeah,
or
basically, you'd be invisible, but you'd be shifting stuff around and like hobbling, clambering all over shit. Is the idea. Unless you waited long enough for them to clear a lot of... You don't know if they're going to clear it or leave it, or you don't know what they're going to do exactly.
Why don't we keep an eye on it for the next couple of hours?
Can he
See
open
what
a
they seem to be
magic
doing.
mansion inside of the magic mansion we're in?
Oh, that
No,
might
I only
collapse
have
the
one
universe.
spell slot.
No, I think she's asking if somebody else had Magnificent Mansion.
Oh.
I would actually say, I would say maybe yes, but even
Yes,
if you
but it would
did,
just be a different
is-
universe.
yeah, it wouldn't really mean anything because even if you cast them, like if you cast that Magnificent Mansion like 1 minute after the first like you cast one, went inside, immediately cast the other. Basically, all you'd be doing at that point is going to a magnificent mansion with 1 minute less on its timer. So, like,
Would that also not be creating an extra dimensional space within another extra dimensional space, and then kapow kaboom? Or no, I guess because we can take our bags of holding in here, so it does not. That does not apply.
yeah, well, I mean, it's an extra dimensional space. It's not like a void. You're good questions. Doesn't matter.
Moving on.
Willows, is there anyone? Do one of the Beast Riders hold power of position with your men?
Yes, but I don't know if they're technically not in charge at the moment.
Let's say Bess sent them a message and told them, okay, if I move my eye up, can I see where I think we are, like what quadrant of the rubble?
Yeah.
Okay, what quadrant? Like if we split it up.
If we had to like split it up into 4 quadrants, you guys would be in like. So we're splitting it up into 4 quadrants, and there is the Precian outpost immediately to the left. You
Okay.
guys would be in the bottom right quadrant.
Okay. How far to the right, bottom right are we?
From
Or how in that quadrant where would if I were to have Beth send a message and send say, hey, can you push all the searches to a certain spot? What would be the best spot to do that give us the best opportunity?
I see what
to
you're
walk
saying.
away?
Basically, you would. I mean, So the wreckage is very, very vaguely shaped like the ship, and you guys were like toward the front of the ship, to the south, or I guess like to the right. So basically, it would be best to direct everyone to search the back of the ship. I don't know nautical terms.
Okay.
So
Rear is what they call it on a ship.
okay, sure, the rear of the ship. Sure, that would be your best bet if you wanted to sneak out. But Willows continues. Rixian, probably one of the beast riders that brought you up here, would be next in command after me. However, he would be about the same rank, probably of the same ranking of the guards that were personally guarding Silvar, and I believe a couple of them stayed in the outpost. So I don't know who of the two of them is going to take charge.
Okay.
We can message him.
If we can get them to direct their search towards the rear of the ship, I can turn us all invisible right now, and we can try to get the fuck out of there. If they're all focused over there, we might have a chance to just sneak away.
And then, what? I
Run!
take a long walk north and leave my life behind?
I mean,
Stay and shine bright until some of this blows over,
We
until
can
we're able to
change-
prove,
Sounds
as I
change-
say,
scary.
we can change your hair, change your name.
We could certainly try, I suppose.
Turn you
Sergeant
into a rat.
Wontos.
face it, Willows, for the time being, you are a bronze toad.
Or
I always thought
Suck
that was
it
a
up.
very silly name. Why are you called the Bronze Toads?
Don't ask.
don't you dare
I
disrespect
just
my name.
did. Please tell me why.
I don't know. I joined late. That'd be a
too.
question for Six and Bess.
Was I there when the name was decided
I
as
don't
a rat?
think so. I don't think so. Six
Don't
is the
think
only
so.
one who was
I
there.
don't
Only
actually think there was a
36.
reason in game. I think we named it that because my little brother likes toads.
Yep.
I don't think we had a
Um,
canonical reason for that.
Nope.
Very seriously, I say, we don't talk about it.
make a charisma check. Or make a no, not a charisma. Make a deception check. And here's the best part. If it beats anyone else's passive insight, you guys also would go like, "Oh," because like you weren't there.
That would be mine, yeah.
So even Doran's like, "Oh my, what happened, Six?"
Yeah, wow. So is Alistair.
So
Dark
Six,
history.
you just very solemnly look down and go, "We don't talk about it." You give a very convincing look to Willows, who just, "Oh, I'm so sorry." And everyone in the, there's
Alistair
a
looks at-
shift in the tone of the room. Everyone's like, "Oh my." Like,
Alistair looks at Six and goes, "Do I need to not bring the frogs in anymore?"
Frogs are fine.
Okay. I love frogs. Well, speaking of that, what date is it in game?
oh, good question. Let me pull up my calendar. I forgot to do that before the start of the session. I'm just talking a lot. I'm riffing here. I'm trying to buy some time. Ba-ba-da-ba-da. Listen to my voice. I'm entertaining you.
No.
Oh,
Really not.
yeah, you're right.
Shit.
Oh shit! No. It's very good. Oh wait, no. What the fuck am I doing? I can literally just go
I
to the
just have
fucking
to be
splash
mean to
screen.
him.
I
love you, Holden.
It is. I guess what you could call it's Talentus. What you could call Thursday.
Okay. Wait, so yeah, because we just did the wind and the sea Wednesday, so we had the fish for dinner. That's right. Yep. So it's tropical Thursday. So contrary to what's going on outside, the inside is very colorful with palm trees everywhere.
Good God.
It's colorful outside. Not good colors.
Yeah, I'd call white, red, and black. What color is an explosion?
Okay, so the plan is, as I understand it, moving on from that dire situation, whatever, with the toads. Basically, we're going to wait and then send a message somehow to whoever might be in charge, direct their efforts to one part of the ship. For whatever reason, you guys will deal with that later. As people are diverted away from where we'll be emerging, we invisibly emerge, sneak away, and then the bronze toads come back and go, "Oh, good gods, what happened?" And Willows is dead. I assume a new identity, cut my hair, shave my beard, and speak with an accent for the rest of my life. Can I do an accent?
At least for the next few weeks, we'll find out.
Until we figure out what the fuck's to do next with you.
One city, Falkirk. Go to Falkirk.
What? Why don't you stay at Shine Bright for a while?
That'd be pretty close to Priest. I don't know about that. Yeah. I'm going to hide out in Priest and
Go to New
I'll
Republic.
practice my accent.
That's not bad. Right?
How's
You could
that?
try an Elvish accent.
An Elvish accent. What's an Elvish accent? I hated that.
That's Elvish.
That's elvish. He looks at
This
you
has
like
been a running joke.
anyway.
Solid.
He starts practicing kind of poor accents.
Okay.
He looks like he's kind of going like a little insane. Honestly, he's like really losing it over having to like completely start a new life.
We're not
Actually-
completely starting a new life. It's just a temporary thing.
So hold on. I've had multiple false identities throughout my life.
Sure.
I would like to start building up documentation
Oh.
and like spending time with him and like actually sitting down with him and like trying to make it like not as bad for him.
So
Like,
you're gonna sit here and
Remsen.
help him build out a false identity.
Words of
And
fucking
forge
wisdom,
documents.
locator.
Yeah. So like, all right.
We're gonna do a character building session.
Yeah.
You're doing a character building session in D&D for this NPC.
He's a
But,
fucking
like,
witness relocator.
If you would like, I will allow you to basically build out his new identity for another time if you want to do that. Otherwise, I'll just do it. But I will allow you to build him a new identity, new name, new everything if you want.
Okay.
That is your, if you don't want
Remsen,
to.
do
Yeah.
you have a name you have a particularly...
I will ask him if he has a backup,
Yeah,
if he has a name that he would like.
Do you have a backup character?
If he-
I'm trying to, because you said looks like he's going. I'm trying to, like, what I'm trying to do is ease him, like put him at ease and talk with him, so he's not feeling like he's alone through this. That's
Okay.
what, because I've done this. I have reinvented myself multiple times, so I'm sitting down with him and going through it with him, like building him with it, building the new him, and kind of going, oh, we could do this. You could be a baker. Do you know how to bake? And, like, kind of throwing little silly ideas and trying to make him a little less depressed.
Okay. Over time, you will be helping, and Ramson Willows will remember this. Like, but
Do you like the musical stylings of Rick Brutality?
you know, I've heard the name. I don't think it would be for me.
Perhaps you could be a human wizard warlock or Juan Damien crucifix plate. I have characters made for these names.
I don't
Alright.
think
No?
I'll be studying too much magic anytime soon.
All right. Okay.
Though it would be a good skill to pick up because Ramson Willows didn't really know any magic.
Are you good at carpentry?
I point to Bess.
Actually, my father was a carpenter.
We can put you focused in that and shine bright. Something you could help people with,
It would occupy my time.
and it would be helping people. I know
Once
you
you
actually
get
care about people.
once you get the queen sorted out,
The
Or
queen's
could we-
basically sorted out. Sorted out.
we could bring him to the New Republic.
I
Keep him there.
don't think that's my crowd.
Well, you don't really have a crowd anymore, do you?
Hey, that's us you're talking about.
He looks really like all this work Doran had done to like lift his spirits back up just right back
Well,
down.
not. I see that, and I kind of go. No, okay,
I
that came
flick,
out wrong.
I flick Alistair on the nose. Yeah. Go, really?
Yes.
Best. So do we? Okay. When we were with the Beast Riders, do we know it? Could we tell which one was higher ranked?
Not really. You didn't really ask. No, they weren't dressed any differently.
Did they speak to each other? Did we catch their names?
You know, one is Rixian.
Did we know which one was Rixian?
Sure, yeah.
Okay, I will ask Bess if she could send them a message to direct their searches to the south, to the rear of the ship, and tell them where it is in relation to where they are, so we could get out of there. Or just tell them to direct their search there for a while.
Before you do that, I have to know. Did you find anything out about why I was arrested?
No,
Nothing at all.
no, absolutely not.
Oh, I left that guy in the cell. Oops.
Guy
Carry
in
on.
the cell?
There is someone in the cell next to you.
He wasn't in the cell. He was doing work next to him, and I locked him in there with wall of force.
Are you talking about the cook that was yelling at you?
Yes.
We killed a lot of people today.
He shudders at that thought. Oh yeah, like your guys is. I just realized your people killed counter is about to go way up.
Does this count as a murder hobo event?
No, not murder hobo, but it was a fucking slaughter. How many does it have to go up by? I think it has to go up by 18 or 19.
Shit.
Which is
That's a pretty good jump.
nearly half of what you guys, the number of people you've killed thus far this campaign. Right now it's at 39. I'm about to have to add 18 or 19.
Satisfied.
Woof.
Satisfied.
As he says that, like Doran looks so upset. Like he goes, "We killed a lot of people."
You did, and hopefully,
He's just throwing up.
he says,
He's like, "Ugh."
hopefully, I am clinging on to hope that they did intend. Oh, I can't believe I'm saying this. That they did intend to murder everybody in Direwood, all of the innocent and not so innocent people, all of the people of the church, and that their deaths were justified, and that my rescue was justified. Thank you. For better or worse, at the end of the day, I lived, and I have nobody to thank but you.
And the Beast Riders who got us up here. There.
That much is true.
I am going to give me a sec, because I'm gonna try to cast Commune, but I have to do some fucking fancy
Yeah, I was
dancy
gonna
shit.
say, I don't think you. Yeah.
I don't have the spell slots for it right now.
I will also remind you guys real quick that it is maybe like 4:30 a.m. at this point. If you've been in a Magnificent Mansion kind of talking and doing things for a bit, maybe 5 a.m. You woke up rather early. You know, you would want to go to bed as soon as 6 p.m. or, you know, if you wanted. And that's about when I'd allow you to take a long rest. But until then, there's no long rest. Like, you're not going to gain the benefits of a long rest. You're not going to be able to get out of this, go somewhere and sleep. Like, you're still at the beginning of your day.
Yeah.
Just a
Okay.
heads up.
I am going to use this level 2 spell slot to gain 2 of my sorcery points back, then use 7 sorcery points to gain a level 5 spell slot back, and then use my level 5 spell slot to cast Commune.
Math. Okay. While the rest of you think of what's next, I'm going to take him to Secret Secrets.
Okay.
All right. As you concentrate on communing with your god, the rock.
Focusing on the rock in my chest and the
Yes.
rock in my bag of holding.
As you
And-
focus on that image in your mind of the rock in your chest, and slowly the scenery around you bleeds into purple, and the palm tree scenery, the palm leaves are made of
Fucking
hysterium. The table before you is one long shard of hysterium, and you find yourself in communion with your deity. Ask away.
Was priests planning on attacking Direwood?
That's exactly how you word it. Was priests planning on attacking Direwood?
Yes. That is my exact wording.
Okay, if that is your exact wording. Some of the palm leaf hysterium shards start to pop and crackle and fizzle away, almost like fireworks, like more pleasant explosions. Yes.
I shudder. Did we push back the attack or prevent it, or was killing those people meaningless?
That is 2 questions.
Or did we push back the attack in doing what we did?
You still hear the sounds of those pops and explosions, but they become more and more distant and distant. Not to the point that you can't hear them at all, but it sounds like they go from all around you to like a mile away. Yes, you did push it back. Significantly.
Okay, last question. Oh, shit, Dick. Is there a way to get priests not to attack us?
On the wording of that tricky, that question makes it tricky. Not for any reasons you would know, so no need to rephrase. But I just have to think for a moment. Is there a way to get priests to not attack us? The room around you begins to shimmer and warble as if reality around you, you know it's not reality, but as if it is breaking. And you are struggling to keep that image there. The answer is yes, but a very difficult yes.
Fuck me. Okay.
All right, and I'll bring you back as you are brought back to the magnificent mansion with your friends probably shooting the shit around you.
I can tell.
Oh, never mind.
Was there anything you guys wanted to were you going to talk about or do while he was doing his thing? You going to maybe poke him and push him around, draw a dick on his face?
No,
No.
not for me. Thanks.
Okay. All right, then Doran, you return.
I sit down at the table and I look very shooketh. Well, Willows, I think I have an answer to some of your questions.
How so?
I can cast a spell known as Commune, which allows me to ask 3 yes or no questions to my deity.
I'm
Rock.
mildly aware of it, but there are problems with... Go on.
There are problems with it, yes, only as far as my deity is concerned.
Precisely.
And knows. Yes, but when I asked the deity if Priest was planning on attacking citizens of Direwood, it was a resounding yes.
You asked if Priest was intending to attack Direwood. You did not say citizens.
Correct. I am not saying
You're
that to him.
lying. Oh, shit. Okay.
I am saying how Doran took it.
So you're not lying.
No, Doran took it this way.
I'll just let... Okay. I'll let it go. He's gonna make another charisma check. Oh, he looks like... He is a tough fellow, you know? He has seen battle. He is an important military official. But he looks like he is on the brink of losing it.
I did ask if we pushed it back, and we have significantly pushed
And
back
a sigh of relief.
So we have done a lot of good. And my third question was if there was a way to not make them want to attack us. It is very difficult but possible. I don't know how to do it, but
Us who?
I just said we. So I assume that either means me and my friends here or Direwood. It's up to the Rock to interpret that one.
I suppose it is. So,
I normally
all
mean me
evidence
and
we have points toward what you just did being, in the grand scheme of things, the right thing to do. Oh, God. Okay. As much as I hate that, and that tears apart everything I know to be true, if this is the case, it will in time ease my conscience, I think.
But
I hope.
Question for Six and Bess out of character. How much of your guys' original connection with raising the city of priests would you have told Doran?
Six was very blatant about it. I mean, that was he talked about that a lot at the beginning. When we came back to Direwood, he was like, "We rose priests."
So even the group that isn't the people, the hidden group, you would have told Doran about that?
Absolutely.
Cool. Do I remember the name of it? Because I don't. Blake doesn't.
The Society of the Blind Eye.
Did Sam ever tell you guys?
I don't think so.
I don't think Bess knew anything about that because I wasn't with for that.
He told Zelfer, and Zelfer told Six.
Okay.
Yeah, so Bess does not know.
Then Six, you would know. I mean, you don't know a lot about this society, but you would know vaguely of this underground society known as the Society of the One, that is secretly running priests from quote, literally and figuratively underground.
Interesting. All right, I relay all of that.
So I would look at Willows and go, what do you know of the Society of the One?
The what?
The Society of the One.
He pauses for a moment, possibly nothing. What do you mean? What are you getting at?
From what my friends have told me, the Society of the One is who runs priests.
Go on.
If you know nothing about them, then you are not involved with the real priests. Because from what I've been told from Six and Bessia, when they were part of that, is the vote didn't matter to help Direwood. We helped the One, the Society of the One, so they decided that we were going to be helped. The vote meant nothing.
And you know this how?
That we were Sam was told because he made a deal, and so on and so forth.
You realize that's a lot to claim.
I've claimed weirder things and crazier things in the past half hour.
All right. Sure.
I
okay.
trust Six, and Six trusts Sam.
Maybe we get back to Shinebright and talk to Sam more about it.
You could.
Because if that is true, if they're run by this underground organization known as the Society of the One that you know nothing about, that tells me that you were not, it's not that you were fighting for something that you didn't know. That you did not betray anything, and nothing betrayed you. You were just kept out of the loop.
Possibly. I appreciate your efforts to make me feel better, Doran, but frankly, even if everything I did was for good, if everything I did for good advanced the agenda of some darker underground force, then I never really did anything for good, did I?
I was trying.
I appreciate it, but it's going to take time. Either way,
All right.
Are we getting out of here?
Send the message.
So, Bess, you were going to send the message?
Am I? Is that what Doran is saying to me?
Yeah, I thought that was the plan.
Either you or Alistair, because you both have it.
Yeah, it's up to you, Bess. You can send it or I can send it.
Sure, I'll send the message, and what are we saying? Just to that the ship. There's been an accident. Examine the rear of the ship.
I'm assuming they know there's an accident. Tell them
Yeah, we're right over the coast.
Well, actually, if you say apparently there's been an accident, if you say it like that, that would add some plausibility to the fact, some credibility. Like you're acting like you were never there, you just heard about it.
Well, yeah, but we're sending this to one of the beast riders who put us on the ship.
Never mind.
Yeah, just tell them to search the rear of the ship and get all the people who are searching the wreckage there, and try to keep them away from looking from the front of the ship.
Just say, what the hell did you guys do?
I will send that message then. I'll say search and examine the rear of the ship. Get as many people as you can to search the rear of the ship. Stay away from the front of the ship for as long as possible.
Wait, do we need loyalists, or are we,
This is just to get us out of here.
Okay.
You hear the message, or you feel the message take. Oh wait, no, don't they have to be on the same plane as you for them to hear it?
We've casted sending from here before.
Nobody noticed.
I believe we do, but I think we've cast it from here before.
I feel like we have as well, but I don't know.
Oh no, it says even to other planes of existence. Yeah, you're fine. You're right. Okay. You recognize that the message has been received, and there's a hesitant pause. Is all you get back.
I let them know that and say, should I message again and tell them that Willows is okay? Is that something we? No.
Not right now. I believe it's best to keep him under wraps.
He nods solemnly. If there's a time where the people who cared can know that I made it, it will come. But for now, until we have a more solid plan, no. All right. So, we're going invisible then? Getting out of here? Where to?
If our wonderful DM could pull up the map, Six will map out where we're going. While I keep looking through names, while I figure out what I'm going to call Willows from now on.
Oh, God. Sure.
All right. This is where we go.
I think we're here, aren't we?
Yep, you're
Yeah.
here. I can give you a little mark here. I mean, well,
You
no,
should put just a broken ship there.
hold on.
Okay, this is our path. Just make sure we don't get seen.
We will be invisible for an hour. And we will also start to cut.
Oh no, that doesn't work.
Do we, Alistair?
What was that?
Alistair, do we have servants that are good at being
We're back in the
barbers?
same place we started.
We have servants that do literally whatever.
Cool. Have them stylize our new friend.
Facts.
All right, this bit of fire is basically where you were. Or are, I guess.
What's the giant white line?
I don't
That
know what
is-
it is.
That was
Sick.
our path. That
I
was our
don't-
path.
I don't know where it was to, but
I managed to get us back to right where we started. It was a mistake. I was trying to be surreptitious. See,
I see.
I'll delete it.
And then our new friend Boone Kasem will be good.
Boone.
Boone Kasem.
Yes.
Boone?
It's new backwards.
What's Kasem backward?
No clue.
Messak.
Hey, I'm assuming this is
Misak.
I'm assuming this is the name we came up with together over the hours of the time of
Fuck
us
it. Yeah,
talking.
you know, he was emotionally vulnerable. Yeah, sure. Yeah, he goes with Boone. He even like goes in and like he creates a backstory. Like he was told by his mother he was named Boone because his birth was such a great boon for the family because of his blah 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 his inherent talent for carpentry. I don't know. He goes deep into it. Okay, so
Why didn't he just grow up on the boondocks?
that's dumb.
Down in
and
the
stupid.
boondocks.
I liked it.
Down in the boondocks.
Okay, let me just make a little note here.
no,
Boone
it's on.
Kasem.
And we had servants cutting his hair and like making him look different and trimming his beard because they are
Yep.
magical servants. So
he
he
gets
looks like
an arcane makeover. Gets and a new name, Boone Kasem.
Does he look like at a glance, like unless you stare at him, does he look like a real different person?
Yeah, passably. Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
Does he look like a boon?
somebody that knew him really well, like, might be like, wait, what? Hold, is that? Wait, what? But yeah, it's pretty good.
Nicely done, everyone.
What?
All right, I'm gonna use the restroom again while Six figures out where we're going from here. Yay!
Right, and
Well,
so you guys are invisibly clambering out of the wreckage while all of these Pretians are elsewhere. Yeah, what are you guys doing
Right.
next? Where are you going? What are you doing?
well, I think we should basically just give it a bit of a berth and head back to Shine Bright. Anybody?
True.
Should we cross through the town, main gate, or around it? That looks good.
All right, good talk, guys.
Is that good?
I
right.
actually don't see
I
anything.
point to the line. Oh, really?
Yeah.
What did I do? I clicked polygon line. Oops. Oh, shit. Oh, I know what happened. Delete. Oh, God. What's happening? Okay, do I have to draw a line here? I'm having issues.
No, if you just decide, you can just tell me where you're going.
Okay, I think we're gonna head back to Shine Bright. I think was probably the plan to get Boone a bed for the evening.
Okay. To get Boone. Okay. Cool. So you guys are gonna who's casting invisibility on everyone?
Me, level 6.
All right, so you're gonna cast on everyone. Boone takes a deep breath. You guys head out and start to clamber out through some of the. I mean, I would say wreckage, but it's most things are more so tiny bits of shrapnel or dust than anything, or like melted metal that at this point is just stuck to some tiny shred of wood. So go ahead.
Before we leave, and before I cast invisibility, I check through the arcane eye to make sure no one's looking.
Yes, you can double check to make. Yeah, nobody's in your immediate vicinity. So you
Is
guys.
anything still hot?
Oh yeah, it's still warm.
Do we still have our mental group chat?
I think you kind of always do, don't you?
Yeah, it's always there with my ring.
Yeah, thanks to Alistair, it's kind of just always there. So you guys clamber your way out and try to carefully maneuver around, giving a wide berth and then making your way to Shinebright. You got some weird like alfalfa in the back of your head.
I like that. Yeah.
It won't lay down.
It's cute.
I don't want to go to
Can you
bed.
nod your head forward like this?
No, from this position, no. If you just lean back a little bit more, it looks like you just have a man bun or something.
Very samurai. Until I turn around.
Fuck up, samurai.
Yeah, until you turn around, then you look like a goof. But you guys give a wide berth and make your way over to Shinebright. Should just take you a few hours. With Boone being rather quiet. You watch as the sun rises as you guys make your way over to Shinebright.
Anytime this is going to be a 6 thing from now on. Anytime someone says Boone, he's going to echo it with a Boone. Like he likes Boone so much. He's like an old college buddy chant or something.
That's part of your your whole new backstory for him. He's kind of like an old pal of Six's. Boone, remember that one time at college? Yeah. Right. So you guys are able to. Oh, actually, everybody roll me a d6.
Oh boy.
I mean, after an hour, we do lose invisibility.
Yeah, but you'll be pretty clear of the wreckage by then. 5, 4, 2, 4. Okay, cool. So rather uneventfully, you guys make your way back to Shinebright, and before long, arrive. And actually, it seems, things are relatively calm and normal here. People, because though the explosion was massive and insane, it was, let's see, it was a good. Nope, not what I meant to do. That one. It was a good 11, 12 miles away. And so anybody who happened to be up in the middle of the night probably just saw a large explosion in the air way off in the distance and went, what the fuck was that? So things are actually relatively calm and normal in Shinebright. There are some people chatting like, did you see that last night? What the fuck was that about? And actually, as you arrive, and you arrive with Willows, the guards immediately at the front. Oh, Boone, excuse me. With Boone, the guards immediately at the front gate are like, "Hey, do you know what happened last night?"
I look at 6 for guidance.
We saw a bright flash in the sky, and a little while later, an echoing boom thundered through the valley. Not sure what happened.
Very poetic. Okay. There's nothing we need to be concerned about? Was that priests?
We came to check to see if anything needed to be handled here. We can check on the Pretian force as soon as we're sure that everything is appropriately battened down in Shinebright itself.
Make a deception check.
I mean, okay.
I mean, you're kind of not, but you're being deceptive.
Oh, that's a low number.
A 4.
We have no idea what happened.
So 6 says this, but he kind of stumbles through it a little bit, or rather, he's trying too hard to seem genuine. He's like, "Oh, we just, we came here to make sure everything is okay," and the 2 guards just kind of look at each other like, "Okay, everything's fine here. We appreciate you checking." They're looking at each other like, "What's up with 6? What?" But
Semi.
you wanted to go see Sam.
That's why I say to the guards,
please,
trying to smooth over what.
Yeah, sure. Quickly moving over, and they go, "Oh yeah, of course. He's actually he should be behind the manor itself. I think he was directing somebody who had fucked up a construction. I don't know."
All right. Cool.
Right. So you guys make your Willow's actually Boone, excuse me. Boone says as you guys begin to make your way over, he says, I think I'm just gonna sit down and have breakfast and try to figure out where I'm sleeping tonight, if you don't mind.
Let's introduce
You have friends here, don't you?
Let's introduce you to Samael first.
Very well. We can do that. He follows you behind the manor where you could hear very slowly 19, 18, 17, 16, 15. Come on.
Countdown's almost done, Boone.
Yeah,
We better get there before they shrink the lion.
Right. As you round the Shine Bright Manor, you can see Sam with his arms crossed, counting down as one of the cloaked rangers is doing push-ups and like, god damn it. and as he's 13, 12. Oh, hey guys.
I'm gonna run up and
11.
hug him.
You're gonna run up and hug him?
Yeah.
Yeah. He goes, oh, hey, okay, hey, Bess. And he puts one arm, because he's massive compared to you, so he puts one arm around you, which just is basically a hug, and looks back down and he's just hugging you. 9, 8, come on. He goes, so, how's everything?
Great. Do you remember that time we went to Priest?
Of
Can
course.
we talk to you in private about this? Actually?
5, 4, one moment. 3, come on, 2 more, you can do it.
Minor illusion, the big number 2 in front of him.
2, and the guy's just like, god damn it.
And the big number 1 appears.
I'm sorry, it was an accident. Sam's like, 1 more, come on, finish it up.
I also press the digitation to make little fireworks shoot out.
So as he finishes the last one, and the guy finishes it and just drops, and his arm's shaking. Sam's like, now, what did we learn about dropping fragile things? And the cloaked ranger's like, not to. And Sam's like, very good. Go get some water, take a 10-minute break, get back to work when you're ready. What's up?
He just exhausted his arms. He might drop more things now.
Sam kind of opens his mouth, which is why I told him to take a 10-minute break.
Ow, I see.
I'll actually say
Hello, Pat.
this is our friend Boone Kasem.
Boone.
Boone, good to meet you. Sam
pal.
extends a hand, and Boone extends one. Yep, that's me, Boone. Good to meet you.
Boone.
Can we talk to you privately now, Sam?
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
Boone's gonna help with carpentry around here. His father was one he passed the trade down, but he's still kind of learning the steps.
Oh, great.
Oh, I thought you were a baker. No? Oh.
I flick
Boone,
Six's
Boone
ear.
very quickly. Actually, I can bake too. I did a little bit of that, but mostly carpentry. He kind of just like gives you a look, shows you a look, and Sam's like, sure. Well, perfect timing then. You can whip this one into shape, pointing at the guy who's like on the ground just huffing and puffing. And
Sam, what did he drop?
Good place for you, Boone.
he dropped one of our large containers for water and
Why did you
smashed
say
it
water
Yes.
like that?
because Holden's making it up. He dropped one of our large glass containers, and now we need to figure something else out to carry water. Anyway,
did you not
moving
know
on
that
quickly.
glass is mending?
Making containers out of glass.
Moving on very quickly. Sam points to the cloaked ranger. It says, "Boone, glad to have you. He can fill you in on what needs to be done." And Boone moves over. Yeah, of course. And he moves over and immediately goes into like military like authority mode and like leans down and starts like giving the guy a pep talk like, "Come on, it's not that bad." And like picks him up and is like, "You did great. That was how many did you do?" And he starts he tries to start assimilating right away and walks off with this guy to get him some water. And Sam says, "So what's up? Oh, private. Right. Let's head inside."
It could have been worse. You could have grabbed 2 containers.
He could have broken more, which is why he
why-
only
why?
did 40 push-ups instead of 80.
True.
Oh my
Boone
God,
is
Sam.
ex-military, so do expect him to show a little bit of that.
Happy to hear it.
Why are we still making large glass containers?
Anyway, moving on, heading inside. You guys make your way inside Shine Bright Manor.
Holden, we have questions. about
And
your
I'm not answering
technology.
any of them. So you guys make your way inside Shine Bright Manor. And Sam brings you... actually, you guys you head to Light's office. And Sam joins you inside, and he immediately takes Light's chair, just plops down. Right then, any word on... Wait, did you guys tell him about Light?
Yes.
You did?
Do you want me to set up Sanctum?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Good idea. Real quick, Sam, did you blow that ship out of the sky last night?
You know, I was going to ask you the same thing. Funny.
So we just make light small talk for 10 minutes, and then...
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think Sam's much for small talk. He probably seems a little impatient, but he understands that you need to cast the spell. So.
What'd you guys have for dinner last night?
Well, nothing that was too hot.
Or full of shrapnel.
Thing is, that is totally out of character because Doran is really good at lying.
Yeah. Actually, Sam says, "Oh, you should have been here for dinner last night. It was the bomb." That's canon. He says that.
That sounds like a blast.
I like to imagine in the small talk in the 10 minutes, you guys are all like in on this joke about talking explosions, bomb, blast, or it was booming, you know, whatever. But like Sam doesn't know what you did, so he's just thinking he's in on some joke, like whatever. He doesn't know.
Flammability.
God for.
Mentally, I asked the group, other than Sam, are we telling him?
I think we should.
We need to so he can keep Boone safe.
Okay.
I pull the map out of my backpack.
I'm assuming Sanctum's been set up now.
After the 10 minutes is up, and 10 minutes of explosion puns have been made.
It was us.
The biggest pun I say is it's to die for, and then I look very sad.
and then finally, Alistair, because he's the one casting a spell, he knows the moment it's ready. He goes, "It was us," and Sam goes, "I knew it. What happened?"
So many people died.
I mean,
I pull out the battle map. I pull out one of the fireballs.
Did they deserve
very
it?
Carefully, and then I put it back.
Sam kind of like reaches out for the bomb. He goes, "You know what? I'm gonna let you keep that. I'm gonna."
Our friend that we just introduced you to.
Yes.
Boone.
Please tell me his name isn't actually Boone. That's a really dumb name.
How?
Yeah, it's fake. Doran thought of it.
Doran, you are really bad at fake names for somebody who's had a lot of fake names.
That's hurtful.
And true. I'm just trying to be Sam here. I love
any
it. Sorry.
One of my favorite Fallout characters. For someone who has never played Fallout, it's one of my favorite characters.
So, what happened?
We went over there at Willow's request.
Right. You got the letter, right?
Yes, and he was being arrested by the Shield of Priests.
What the hell?
For treason.
Did he commit treason?
No.
Oh. Okay.
What do you think happened?
Uh-huh.
And I also asked my god, with commune, so I have some semblance of an idea that this is true. They were planning on firebombing. I gestured to what Six had pulled out.
Showing the map.
Those spots on in Direwood.
At least we're assuming from what we'd found.
To clear the city of rats and hysterium.
And people, probably.
Back when I helped found this city, if this had happened and we had the forces I did, I wouldn't be asking how are we going to defend ourselves. I'd be asking when we're marching on them.
Yeah. So we went there, mainly on a rescue mission. Well, when we found these plans and firebombs, it switched off of a rescue mission into more of a save us mission, save everyone mission. So a rescue mission, actually.
Well, except for the rest of the people on the ship, I guess.
Dire.
How many people were on there?
Oh, 2.
19.
Well, is it 2 or 19?
It's 19.
Yep. Only like 5.
And the Shield of Priests also didn't survive.
Oh.
As far as we're aware.
Yeah.
You guys are in trouble.
Well,
actually, and he stops, his smile vanishes, and he's like, "We're in trouble."
No, as far as everyone's concerned, we were never on that ship.
That's true.
All right, that's good. That's good. That's good.
Ramson Willows.
Is dead.
Oh, I see. Okay, so Ramson Willow's dead. You never rescued him. You were never even near there, and ship explodes. Oh gods, that's terrible.
We left earlier that night. We left hours before it exploded.
Sam
hours.
nods. Got it. Okay. Okay. What's next then?
Well, first question for you. They filled me in a little bit, but not that much. What do we fully know about the Society of the One?
Oh, I almost blocked that out of my mind. Well, what I know is they put a sack on my head. They led me underground. I went down a bunch of stairs, and then there's some more stairs, and then some corridors, and some stairs. And I think I was in a cave, and then
stairs.
No, that was all the stairs. But then there's this giant door when they took the sack off my head, and then there's a dragon. Remember that dragon that we first saw when you wouldn't. Six, remember that dragon we first saw when we went to Priest?
I do remember that dragon.
Yeah, that dragon's their leader. They call him like...
Wait, the dragon's the leader?
Yeah, like something the blind or the unseeing, something like that.
Wait, is he blind? We could use this to our advantage.
He's like blind or something, yeah, or far... Something
There's a
about
big difference
seeing.
between blind and blonde, so we should figure this out.
No, I don't think he was
all
blonde.
Seeing.
Yeah, it was something about seeing, maybe all seeing or...
That is very different from blind.
It's been a while, okay? I'm sorry. Holden doesn't want to go back in his notes. But but I talked to this dragon and I made a deal, and that's how I got out, and I came back to you guys, and I think you were dealing with that vampire. But so all I know is they're this underground like cult or something that's running priests, and the dragon's the head of them, and I don't really know what they want exactly.
Are you in the debt of this dragon? Does your
No,
you still owe on your deal?
No, we traded something. I think they just wanted us to get the fuck out of... No, they wanted us to help with the mage that brought Priest up. And that's how we helped make that happen.
I'm upside down.
So that's when we did that. Remember, I kind of came back and just said, hey guys, we're doing this now. And I didn't really give a lot of explanation because I'm an asshole.
I do remember that.
Yeah. And then you told Zelfa.
He's mostly talking to Six.
Yeah.
Was Bess there for this? I feel like she might have been there for this.
It does
I remember
seem like it was late enough for her.
Yeah, I think because I talked to I specifically remember her paying me the compliment of saying the imagery I described of them, like you guys falling out of the sky after you had brought Priest up. I remember Clara complimenting me on that.
Well, Beth was there for when we brought Priest up because she was the one who had the biggest issues with it.
Yeah. So she was she was there for all this. So he would be talking to Six and Bess. Bess, you were there for all. You remember this, except for you weren't undergrounder or anything.
But I remember specifically, Sam didn't tell. He only told Zelfer about the Society of the One, and I'm assuming after he told Six, then I heard about it. But
yeah, so you're kind of aware of this by proxy.
Whatever. Yeah,
you're aware of this by proxy. And so he continues. So yeah, that's all I really. So when I came and told you guys we needed to do that, and then we put Priest in the sky, that was because that was our end of the deal with the dragon, or the Society of the One, Soto they called themselves. So that's really all I know.
Soto?
Yeah, Soto, because Society of the One. It's kind of dumb.
It's clever.
Nah, not really.
Oh. Fine.
Okay. My thought is just Willows doesn't know anything about that. So to me, that puts him mostly in the clear, because I'm assuming they're the ones who want Direwood.
I don't know why they'd want Direwood. The hysterium, maybe?
Well, someone's got to want it. I'm assuming the person who's going to want it is going to be the people actually in charge, not the ones pretending to be in charge.
Well, okay, let's assume that the Society of the One is actually the ones who sent the ship and arrested Willows. Why would they arrest... I'm sorry, Boone. Why would they arrest Boone? Boone!
Boone isn't actually going to... I don't think Boone is going to firebomb a city.
Okay, so they arrested him for being a good person, and then they... What? They're going to kill everyone here so they can take the city for themselves? Or what? Why would they want it?
It's possible they just want us out of the way so they can have all of the hysterium they want.
They might have wanted to test their firepower. I mean, they were talking about becoming a major military power. They might just be testing and learning what they can do and starting small.
Could be.
That would be actually a very
So
shit, that's terrifying.
So you think it's the start of like a military expansion?
Holden, can you remind me of the things that were said at the Pretian when I read the person's thought and they were saying about becoming a major military power? What that was kind of implied in the meeting, right?
In the meeting?
Like when Willows first arrived.
Yeah, basically you kind of got the gist that the idea was kind of that, yeah, a priest was here to help, but they definitely had their own motives. Like, they also wanted to have stock in Direwood was what, you know, what Willows, or Boone, was under the impression of. Boone! I like how he's committing to this so hard. So, yeah, you kind of got the idea that, well, from Boone's perspective... Jason.
From Boone's perspective.
I hate you. From his perspective...
What happened? Oh, Boone!
Thank you. From his perspective, they had come there to help, genuinely, but obviously Priest would want some stake in Direwood and want to have some power there when it all was said and done. That was his perspective that he gave you.
Yeah. That is correct. So... yeah. Well, Sam?
So what are you guys gonna do next then? So how are we? You destroyed the ship.
I guess we need to
Do you
kill
think-
the dragon.
Do you think Priest is gonna be back anytime soon?
From what I've asked my god, we have bought ourselves a decent amount of time before they do anything else regarding just trying to take.
I saw that ship from here. It looked pretty fucking huge. So I bet that was their best. So they're probably gonna, if word doesn't get back to them, and it takes them a while, they might not be back for a bit. We might have time. So
I'm assuming we have time, and given that I don't think it's possible for them to relate it to us.
I mean, the Bronze Toads, we made our name in Priest and in Direwood, but if there's nothing connecting you guys to it, then we're in the clear, right? We just gotta hope they don't pin it on like the Cloaked Rangers or something.
Okay, the early survivors are us and Boone.
Yep.
Ooh.
As far as we know, there are two people who know that we were on that ship, and Boone trusts them with his life.
Mm-hmm.
So as far as I'm concerned, we're in the clear.
Unless they just want to start plan A over again. I mean, they'll have another boat eventually.
I mean, I guess we could theoretically send a message to the originator and ask him what happened, say we saw it, and try to clear ourselves that way.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys,
Not a bad time.
if you guys are the ones that inform Priest before anyone else, that makes you look pretty good, right?
I mean,
It does.
it could be the self-report though.
Yeah, you're right. It might be kind of sus.
Wow, can I leave?
They might put sus on you. Braun's kind of sus, not gonna lie. I don't think that's a bad idea.
All right, Alistair, if you want to do that,
Send a message to the originator.
or someone, I can't.
I think the originator is a good check.
The closest person that I can get to the inner workings of their government is the originator.
Well, just to say, hey, we heard this happened.
Actually, what about... Wasn't there that little tiny gal that was everywhere?
Not Tammy.
Holden?
Tiny gal that was everywhere?
I don't
The
remember her
mayor.
name.
The mayor?
Yeah, the mayor.
The mayor.
Of
Mayor.
Priest?
There's not really a
What am I thinking of?
I know. I
gal that was
know what you're
everywhere.
talking about.
Am I crazy?
I'm
Is it a
sure.
messenger?
I'm sure you guys are talking about someone, but like she wasn't a mayor. I'm.
She was like the face of priests. Like this was the person who we were told was in charge.
She
But
was
she,
like a
was
halfling.
popping up everywhere.
Are you? You're not talking about the Pathfinder, are you?
Oh,
Describe the Pathfinder.
I'm gonna have to go back in my notes here, but I certainly can. Let me see here. Oh, restorative. Here. Path. So it would be around session 30, like 6 or 35. Sorry, I'm getting there. I'm getting there. There's one specific document that had like all the descriptions and everything for all these people. So let me just search this. Yeah, because I'm curious as to who you're talking about as well. Would it be as early as 34? Path. Okay. Pathfinder Zilric, maybe?
It was a female.
Yeah, she was an elf. Oh, there was the Vice Pathfinder, Leroth Genfir, the gnome, but he was a male.
I'm pretty sure it was a female.
There's a
It
female
definitely
elf.
was.
Okay. Who was another elf female? Nope. There's a Lawmaster, who's a female elf. I don't have notes on any.
Blake, do you know what I'm talking about?
I don't.
I definitely remember.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I
What the fuck?
I'm just thinking of ways that we can do this that are going to benefit us. And what I've thought of is basically saying, we saw a giant explosion. We keep reaching out to Willows and no response. What happened?
Yeah.
I like that.
Because that's going to clear us for so much.
Okay. Just as a side note, Isaac, while you're possibly thinking of how to word that, Blake, you're the one who set off the bomb, yeah?
Yep.
Can you, just for fun, roll me 300 d6 and 300 d8?
Oh,
Blake, what did you say? We saw the explosion. We can't get a hold of...
Willows.
Willows.
Okay.
I don't think anyone survived that.
And how much did your guys' bomb do?
My glyph alone would have done 19.
19 damage.
I don't know how much damage his bomb would have done.
6. You had, or Jason, you should have had that marked.
I do not have that marked.
Okay. I can
we
just-
had changed it from.
Yeah, I'll just
go ahead.
approximate it. We can just.
There were D8s involved. I remember that.
There's something. It'd be something like that.
Something.
So you guys did about. That explosion was probably worth about. Let's see here.
2,500-ish.
Wow.
Yeah,
Might
you
have been able to,
you probably did about
destroy a relic.
2,400 damage to that ship. Cause
And how much health did the ship have?
not that much,
Well-
I'll tell you that.
Play shitty games, win shitty prizes.
The only one who played games was us. And we won.
Well, I mean, they brought the balls.
Okay.
So Isaac, did you have a message you wanted to send? Is that to
Yeah.
Hunar then?
Should we go investigate?
Ask if there's anything they'd like us to do.
There you go. How should we proceed?
Is there anything we can do to help?
Okay.
Good.
Yeah. We saw the explosion. We can't get a hold of Willows. What happened? Is there anything we can do to help? Okay, so you send that to Honar. You all wait as Alistair sends this, and you get the response. And he says, what? Explosion? What happened to Willows? Is everything okay?
Which we don't know.
But please, more? I hope everyone's all right. I don't know what you're talking about. And that's about what you get.
I'm assuming you share.
Yeah.
Send back telling him that there was we saw a ship, come.
The Dauntless.
The Dauntless, was that the name?
Okay. I think you cut out for a word. I just said we saw a straight up come.
Tell him we saw a ship, the Dauntless, and then there was a giant explosion, and we've been reaching out for Willows, and no answer.
Sure. I mean, yeah, you don't even have to type that out.
We don't have to.
Yeah, there was a giant ship near
okay.
Direwood. Then there was a massive explosion.
Okay.
We cannot reach Willows at all.
Okay. You send that, and you just hear back, because these aren't words, this doesn't take it up, but you hear like, oh.
Oh no,
Oh,
we ruined
oh,
his ship.
Oh, my,
Oh.
no. Oh, good gods. What? Oh, no. Okay, I have to inform. All right. Stay put for now. I'm going to go let everybody know that, and it cuts out with him rambling, like freaking out.
Should I tell him we're at Shinebright?
No. The only thing I'm concerned about right now, Bess,
Yes.
if you cast sending on someone, you tell when it connects, correct?
I can tell when the message goes through, if that's what you mean. Right, Holden?
I've always ruled it that way, yeah.
So, even if he doesn't respond, if someone were to send a message to him, it would go through.
reply, "I'm dead."
What I'm
Well,
saying-
Please leave a message after the beep. Beep.
Holden, have I sent a message to a person who we didn't know? Would I know if that would be the case?
So basically you're asking if you sent the message. Well, here's the thing. The way I rule that, like, you can tell it landed is basically that means the spell was a success. Because you can tell when you cast a spell if it succeeds or fails. So, basically, if you're asking if, somebody wanted to check to see if he was dead, sent him a message, yes, they would feel it connect with a living being.
Okay, well, why don't I
But they
just
wouldn't know
try
where.
and see if I can find...
Well, what I'm talking about is Willows. Basically, yes, we've hidden Willows, and he is dead as far as the world's concerned. But if anyone uses magic, that falls through real quick.
If only we had an amulet of anti-scrying.
Don't think
Does
that's
Alistair know what it would take to create one of those?
To create,
Could we alter the amulet of scrying that we already have?
It's not an amulet of scrying. It's an amulet of detection. We were lied to.
Is there any way? Does Alistair think that there's any way to revert that into an anti-scrying amulet? An amulet of turn your head away and don't think that they're there or something?
Because you're all kind of brainstorming this together. Alistair, why don't you roll an Arcana check with advantage? Okay, at 23. That's pretty good. You think together, between you and Bess and Doran to an extent, you kind of, it does have, like, the basic shape of, like, the reason it passed as a proof against detection is because it has the basic shape of one. It's just been altered. So, yeah, probably. You have no idea how, but maybe if you studied the right... you don't know how, but you're pretty sure you could. Like, why not? Yeah. But you'd basically be making the magic item, like, halfway through.
Yeah.
So, like, and making magic items is a very... It takes a while, and it takes resources. So, yes, but difficult.
If I have a day or two or more, I don't know how long it's going to take, to study the amulet that we already have, I could try to figure out a way to reverse engineer it into an amulet.
Wait, do you guys also have a proof against detection? Like a real one? Is that what you were saying, or no?
No, I'm looking how to make one.
Got it.
I'm wondering if we can take the amulet of scrying and turn it into that.
Well, let me ask you this: does anybody in the party have any spells that you do? You have spells that proof against detection that stop scrying and such. Yeah.
Not spells that stop scrying, but people can't.
But like the
My
spell,
ring of mind shielding.
you have that, and you have the spell you just cast that warded the whole room.
Yeah, ring of mind shielding.
Oh yeah.
I'm immune to magic that allows other
make
creatures
that
to read
permanent.
my thoughts, determine whether I'm lying, know my alignment, or know my creature type.
Right, but you also cast a spell on this room that wards it completely.
Yeah.
So like with that sort of knowledge, and with the arcane help of somebody like Bess, you could probably figure it out. Yeah. Within a couple days, depends on a few things, mostly rolls. But it's very possible.
Because honestly, the sooner the better.
Well,
But it might already be too late if he goes to someone and they try to scry on him.
it's already a bit late. They're good. If they,
Yeah.
the
We need to
thing
get
is-
him in the room here.
Well, my thing is, my thought is, if they're gonna assume him dead, why the fuck would they scry on him?
Because
They
it never
scry on
it never hurts to
dead
have
people.
two people look for one person.
Worst case scenario,
Why would they assume that he's dead?
because they knew those who knew he was on that ship will assume he's dead.
I still feel like they're gonna try it just to try it.
Quite
I think we
possibly.
just need to get him in the room here. If he's in the room, he can't be scryed on.
Yes, but that's not going to protect him forever.
I know, but it will protect him for long enough until we can come up with a solution that will.
I'll go find him.
Okay, 6. That's easy enough.
Boon!
Boon. Yeah, you go outside. Boon, boon, and you can round him up and bring him inside.
He's like, "Oh, me?"
Yeah, it does take a moment. He's just going about his business, kind of helping with some carpentry work. Already, he's already like joking with one of the
Oh, yeah.
cloaked rangers. He seems to be assimilating well, and he's like, "Oh, wait, that's me. Yeah." And he follows you in. And he enters.
We have a
What's going on?
special assignment. We need you in this room for a little bit. Once he's inside, I will explain.
Okay, you bring him up to speed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, we've learned that the Society of the One is ran by that giant dragon of yours.
Oh yeah, Sam's still in here. He says. Sam says, "Yeah, the that giant dragon that likes to sit on top of your little town hall area. He lives underground with the rest of that society, and he kind of runs the whole place. And Colonel Boone is just like completely taken aback. He's like,
Ooh.
"What is going on?" He's losing it a little.
So we explained to him that we're afraid that someone might actually scry for him.
Right. And he thinks
Which
for a
will-
moment, why, if I'm presumed dead, would somebody attempt to scry on me?
That's my thought.
I mean,
I just feel like it's a precaution that wouldn't hurt to take.
I agree with that.
I
Because
suppose.
did the message that you sent say Colonel Williams is dead, or did it say we can't communicate with Colonel Williams? If I got the we can't communicate
hold
message,
on,
my first
Six.
instinct would be to go, what?
You made the meme about his name. You can't call him Williams.
I said Willows.
No, you
No, you
didn't.
didn't.
All right, well, Colonel Williams, that guy.
Okay. Regardless, no. Well, what
I
we
love
did,
you.
Willows, is we sent a message to the originator.
Boone.
What?
It is
Boone.
Boone now.
We sent a message to the originator because we figured one of the easiest ways to make sure we don't get blamed for this is to be some of the people to reach out and spread word of the event happening.
Sure. That's good. I'm just. If I told you right now that I heard one of your friends died, I don't think the first thing you would do is try to scry on them to be sure.
No, I wouldn't.
But you weren't their friend. You were their pawn.
Thanks.
Hey, now isn't the time to feel good about it. You can have those times to try to make yourself feel better later, but now it's brass tacks.
Very well.
But so the thought is because the originator didn't know why you would. It was very confused. He didn't know what had happened yet.
Okay.
So
Well, then we completely control the
The
narrative right
originator
now.
might not be dirty.
yes. So we basically said, we asked if we could help. He told us to stay put. We are in control of this right now, and he is gonna let people know because we just said we saw the Dauntus, whatever the actual name of the ship is, because I honestly don't fucking know. Explode, and asked if we could help.
Boone. I totally forgot about something. Six goes into his bag and pulls something out and hands Willow Boone his
Boone.
tankard.
Oh yeah. He takes it.
I saved this for you.
You know, that's very nice of you, Six. Thank you.
I forgot you took that.
I was just looking at my inventory.
I guess that's nice. Thank you. Right.
So
Well,
the question is, what are our next steps?
well, you said you were quite certain that Priest wouldn't return for a while, right?
Yes. At least for another attack.
Right. So,
To do whatever Priest does, I don't fucking know. You have a better understanding of Priest than I
Right.
do.
if I had to guess right now, Hunar, who doesn't have much to do with the military other than probably being the lead designer of that ship, probably being quite upset right now. He's going to
Yeah.
run and tell the first authority he can find, and they're going to bring him to the Pathfinders, and it's going to be a whole ordeal. They're probably, if he mentions that you're the ones that told him, they're probably going to want a full report from you. They're going to want to know everything they can. How they're going to do that, I don't know. I don't know if they'll send some sort of emissary or if they'll ask if you'll send a letter. How about, let's keep controlling this. What if we get one of my beast riders to deliver a letter from you, filling them in on everything you can. Fabricate a few details. Perhaps update them that my body has been found, or at least what's remnants of what might be my body.
Well, okay.
Uh,
The thing is, do we know that you've been arrested? Let's start with that.
I mean, people that are still on the ground at the old headquarters, they knew he had been arrested. And they know that we were there. So they know that we knew he was arrested.
I hate to be... I don't know how else to put this. I don't think many of them are going to care that you were there when I was arrested. You don't... Those are my people, not yours. As far as they were concerned, you were probably just friends of mine. You pop in now and then. I wouldn't be too
I think
surprised.
they've heard of the bronze toads. Oh.
He kind of purses
Is that
his
not what you
lips a little awkwardly. Well, I wouldn't be too concerned about that. If you want to, that's fine. But I think if you go with the narrative that no, I take it back. If they can trace it all that you've lied, then your whole story falls apart. So be honest. Yes, you were there when I was arrested, and then you went back to Shine Bright to try to work with those you could to negotiate for me because you're my friend. In Shine Bright, you saw the explosion, and then you came to help and saw the desecration.
Yes. Just some water.
But I would send another message offering to send one of my beast riders with a full report for you.
All right.
I look at Alistair. Send a message saying we can send a beast rider, one of the Parisian beast riders that was stationed, with a report if that's what they would like.
And say
I
the
will
beast
do that.
rider has volunteered. And don't give them the idea that you're giving orders around there.
Yeah. Say a beast rider has volunteered to carry a message with a full report if that's what they would like.
Will do.
Okay. So, as we're getting close to wrapping up here, you guys are going to prepare a full report. Whoever can write that out of session if we'd like, or you can just kind of give me the details and you'll send it over. In the meantime, Sam would probably ask, what's next for you guys? You're gonna send the Beast Rider with a message to priests, but what are the toads doing in the meantime? What's their next move?
The bronze doings.
The bronze doings. Toading next.
Perhaps it would be good if we made an appearance at the crash site. See if we can offer help there, or at least send someone on our behalf to check in with them.
Sure.
Send some cloaked rangers. Say that the bronze toads and notice the crack, notice the explosion. Would like to send rest our own team to help. Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds good to me.
Okay, what the fuck are we doing then?
Thanks, Ben. Well, anything we want.
Okay.
Here, let me do this.
Are we
for
still?
you. Because if you're figuring out what you're doing next, you do it.
I don't know. Maybe y'all might die on this day. Who reads this crap anyway?
Oh,
Oh, goodness.
I thought that I had proven to myself that you guys didn't read it because nobody mentioned it in the beginning, so it's funny.
We've already rescued widows. We've escaped the Dauntlets. As much as escaping as we did.
Yeah.
Is it really escaping if we get rid of the ship?
I mean, yeah.
Rescue Alistair's father. Nah. That's a fucking event. Deal with the Queen, save Commander Light. Deal with the rats.
Consider my feelings hurt.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
That's fair. I was the one who said never mind for now.
Okay.
I mean, you guys have certainly earned a day of rest, but other than that,
I can't cast my mansion again. Looks like we're sleeping on the cots tonight, boys.
Well, yeah.
but now this is Holden asking, what's next, guys?
Good campaign.
Good campaign. That's it. Over. Done.
Okay, I
cliffhanger.
feel like finding out what's in the New Republic closed tunnel, dealing with the Queen, Commander, and rescuing Alistair's father those are all
One
very
adventure.
related things.
Yeah.
Do we want to start brainstorming how to do all of that as one big long plan, or do we want to start a strategic attack against the rats that inhabit Direwood? Those are my two thinkings, because those two we can group.
I feel like we
them.
should definitely deal with trying to find Alistair's father as one of our next things, which would then be finding out what the Queen's up to and whatnot. Now that we have used the device.
Can you change that to rescue Alistair's father / Ravina?
Yes.
/ Ravina.
I will be able to add that.
Because I believe we both know that, or I believe we all know that they're in the same place. So
I believe you do.
I do not. Okay. Our thoughts on that.
rescue Ravina's father. Fuck.
If we have to, if we're dealing with the rats, Six has to figure out what we're doing with his rats, and I don't know if Six is ready to make that decision yet.
Oi. Yeah, that's heavy.
So I think that one's gonna take our back seat, right?
Probably.
Okay, so
Probably leave that until we have to.
So do we want to say fuck it? Let's go explore some tunnels.
I think that seems like a good idea. That's where Six's vote would probably be.
Okay. So, wrapping up for tonight. Oh, unless, yeah, of
You
course.
okay with that?
Let's get everyone.
Yeah.
You good with that, Bess?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Alistair is too.
So,
Then ask-
no.
So for next time, you guys will be sending some cloaked rangers to help with the crash to kind of add to your credibility. You're going to send a beast rider. You're going to get a message to a beast rider, send them to Priest with a full report so you can control the narrative. And once you've got all that taken care of, you're going to go, fuck it, explore some tunnels.
Yes.
Very
That's
good.
it.
All right, then that's where we're going to wrap up for tonight.